Hello everyone, and welcome back to Castle Mac. Tonight, we kick off a brand new campaign. This is the 4th campaign that we have done since we began playing Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition every Sunday. I think we've only missed like 2 Sundays in, 2.5 years?
More than 2, but yeah, I take your
point.
point.
A low amount.
Yeah.
Like under 10.
A pretty low amount.
Sean and Raven showed up on Sunday the day after their wedding.
That is true, yeah. Like the next night.
Yeah.
So,
All right, here we go. Without further ado, welcome to Storm King's Thunder. The sounds of creaking rope, followed by a loud splash. A jolly boat crashes into the water, spraying droplets all over the 4 occupants. The riverboat alongside is buzzing with activity, shouts and cries and the clattering of weapons. The jolly boat's occupants are unlikely companions. A goblin standing on the prow, a loxodon weighing down the starboard side and rowing furiously, an Aasimar in purple with purple eyes, and a gleeful look on her face standing at the stern, watching the commotion aboard the casino ship. Finally, a young half-elf staring wide-eyed and rowing furiously to put distance between them and the larger vessel. Behind them, a second boat splashes into the river, loaded with fighting men, their spear tips glistening in the clear starlight. With 4 men rowing, they catch up quickly. But as the distance rapidly shrinks between them, a voice cries above the sounds of clattering water, "We're taking on water!" The Aasimar on the getaway boat smirks and looks down at her feet, where the drill bit of a large hand drill protrudes from a burlap sack. Everything has gone according to plan. Welcome to Storm King's Thunder. All right. And so our tale starts just a few hours before the sweet getaway from the Grand Dame Riverboat and Casino. But first, some major thank yous. Miss Misery for a subscription, Wiley for a subscription, 3 dice courtesy of Craniodad, and 3 dice courtesy of Devin Ruth. Thanks, all of you.
Holy
that is
shit.
incredibly awesome of you.
Thank you.
Off to a great start here.
Dang.
And so, my friends, let's do this.
Okay.
A few hours earlier, it's the early spring of 1493. In a small fortified settlement just to the northeast of Waterdeep known as Bargewright Inn, on the western banks of the Desserin River, from atop the one tower of the inn, across the wide, slow river, the village torchlight of Wamford faintly illuminates a long iron bridge connecting the banks. And there, in the middle of the river, at anchor, is a large gambling barge. Her gaudy, twinkling string lanterns reflect off the still water, and the sounds of laughter and up-tempo music rise to the twinkling stars above. The dichotomy of the ship is stark, and does not go unnoticed by many of the farmers in Wamford, snubbing their noses at the excesses enjoyed within her decks. Gilded trim across the railings and balconies are worn with use, and a reveler who took in too much elvish wine empties the contents of her stomach into the Desserin River, even as men and women in elegant evening wear pass by unaware. Inside of the Grand Dame's main gambling hall, it's no different. Here the posh share tables with the desperate. 3 Dragon Ante is the game as we focus in on a particular table in the center of the large hall. Piles of worn wooden chips depicting a golden goose crowd the center of the table, acting as currency for the gamblers. There's also more traditional currency, gold, silver, even a spell scroll. From the Grand Dame, everything is allowed to be gambled with. Everything. The pot is huge, and the players all conspire to drag out the ultimate conclusion as long as they can. At this table, we see a goblin wearing a blue bandana around his neck, mostly concealing a nasty, glossy scar around the base of his neck. He sits atop a pony keg on a chair so that he can see the table. An Aasimar wearing purple with dark hair and purple eyes. A young half-elf wearing worn leather armor and a large round shield covered in scrimshaw propped against his chair. We also see a sly-looking golden dragonborn and a weasel-eyed human chomping on her rolled cigarette. Casting a wide shadow across the table, a large, elephant-like person reclines on one of the beams of the ship watching the game. Beside her, a scholarly gentleman prattles on about the history of the Sword Coast. The weasel-eyed woman regards her cards, smirks, tosses in 2 more wooden coins, and turns to Pharaoh the goblin. You never answered me. Where did you learn to play 3 Dragon Ante, goblin? Sure, you have the basics down, but you lack subtlety. Fortunately for you, no one at this table knows how to read goblin body language. Except for me. She fans her cards out and stares across them at you.
Very astute observations. I learned from playing a great number and consuming the power of better players. For those of you who don't know, we goblins have a saying, Zak nak tak tak. Eat the rich.
She kind of smirks and says, well, not going to be many rich folk around this table once this hand comes out, I can assure you. And as she looks at you, her eyes glance down to your neck for a moment before returning back to lock eyes with you. We have the first of several flashbacks tonight. Pharaoh. It's raining. The rope around your neck is scratchy, and the raspy laugh of adventurers stringing it around your neck is echoing and muffled by the rain. The elf woman, with blood pouring from a cut above her eyebrow, sneers at you. Alandra was a good woman. Your people slaughtered her without batting an eye. She spits on you. A bearded man, spittle filling his beard. Hang you, little bastard. Your vision goes black for a second, and you can hear the tightening of a rope. And you can feel the wind on your body as you swing from a tree limb, arms tied behind your back. You can faintly see their faces looking up at you gleefully.
I will break my own arm to try to... I'll break my own arm to try to slip out.
All right. In desperation and rage, you twist your body around until you hear a popping and a cracking. You try to cry out in pain, but you can't. There's just no way sound can... You break it and you pull the other arm free, reach up and grab the rope, trying to lift. The weight is almost too much. And suddenly, out of the corner of your eye, you see a blur. You see an elf woman dressed all in white come leaping from somewhere, from out of the rain. Her foot connects with the bearded man's face, and you hear a crack as he falls to the ground. She spins around, grabs the rope from him as he falls, gently lowers it down as with her left foot she kicks 3 times into the sternum of the other elf woman, who falls on the ground, gasping and holding her torso. She looks at you and says, "Are you all right?" And we return to the card table. She looks down at you. How about the rest of you? Where did you learn to play?
Trial and error. When you travel the roads, you need money.
She looks at your lack of money. She says, "Seems like most of the error from my standpoint."
One must learn from mistakes.
I'm glad I could be the benefactor of that.
So you think.
Game's not over yet. She wins, I eat her. You win, I eat you.
Good to know.
What was your name again, young boy?
Tulok.
Tulok. Where are you from?
Up north.
North is a wide place. More specific.
We covered a large amount of area. Staying in one place has never really suited me or my people.
Well, neither is gambling, it seems. What do you think? What do you think? What was your name again?
Hakathra.
Hakathra. You're awful quiet over there. What about you? Where are you from? Where you hail from? Who are your people? Is that elf? Don't recognize.
Come from places.
Well, if you all don't want to be specific, I'll start. I come from Waterdeep. I've done some sailing, done some thieving, done some winning, done a little bit of losing.
I'm from Waterdeep, too.
Yeah?
Probably not the same places. Mostly the sewers.
Yeah, well, can't say I've ever spent too much time in the sewers, but I'm sure they're fascinating.
The shit.
What did you say your name was again?
I have it right here. It's Serana.
Sir Anna?
Serana.
Is that one word?
Sriracha?
Yeah.
Sriracha.
Yeah. Serana. Tulok. Pharaoh, you said?
Pharaoh.
You're Serana? What about you? And there's a gold dragonborn sitting there.
She's a Kathra, you're Serana.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Are you sure that's
It's this
your
elvish
name?
wine. It's just this elvish wine is all.
I'm drunk.
Oh, I must be drunk. She goes back to chomping on her rolled cigarette. It's like all moist and like hanging almost straight down.
That's so gross.
And the gold dragonborn is like, I prefer my game without so much chit-chat, if that were possible. I'm Chelcor, if you must know. That doesn't make us friends that we're sharing a table, but...
It is a social game.
Sort of. It's a game of reading others, yes?
So they say.
Well, I've read this one pretty good. Seems desperate.
It might be.
Are you an adventurer?
One would say adventurer, I would say one.
You don't need to be deceptive with me, boy. I'm far too clever. Are you or are you not an adventurer? You have a sword, a shield.
I would say yes, by your standard definitions.
I think you could make more money adventuring, not playing cards. And Tulok, you have been getting hammered here.
Yeah. Oh.
But, in this moment, you have a hand of cards that is a full flight of evil dragons. And you think you might win this one. And the pot's pretty big. You got a nice hand right now. Oh, Zombie Knight, thank you, sir. Zombie Knight coming in hot.
Some may say I might make more money there, but you should appreciate all aspects of life, including the small games.
Are you lecturing me about life and appreciation of it? I'm 240 years old, my dear boy.
That is nice. Slow down a little bit.
How good are you with that sword and shield?
I'm still alive, yes?
True.
He's made it a full 23 winters by my estimation.
Still alive. Wandering the north.
What's the biggest thing you faced in the north?
Remorez has made its appearance near my tribe once or twice. And I'm still alive to tell the tale of seeing it.
I don't even know what a Remorez is. Is that made up?
No.
I'll half look at the Dragonborn, like, see.
He seems to he seems interested in the story. He kind of looks at you knowingly. He seems to know what it is. He doesn't seem surprised.
They are large, burrowing beasts. They wait under the ice and the snow, waiting for giant elk or bears to wander by and come up from underneath you and take you back under.
Clever. That's how goblins work, too.
That's how my fifth husband worked.
My.
It's rather unfortunate.
He sort of chuckles to himself, and as the betting goes around the table, it's approaching you, Tulak. You don't have enough to call, but you're positive you have in your hand enough to win this. And it comes to you. Everyone else is called. You don't have enough to keep going. You don't want to split the pot, because you think you got this one. A flight of evil dragons is a good hand. One of the best you've seen tonight. Well, it looks like it's to you, my young friend. Remores Slayer.
Aye.
What are you going to do? That shield of yours? Oh. Maybe your loyalty. Maybe 1 month of service from an adventurer as seasoned as yourself. That seems fair to me. What do you all think? 1 month of service for how many? What are you behind? Oh, 120 gold pieces?
120 gold pieces.
Swordworks. Doesn't come cheap. Could be good.
Those are fair rates for an adventurer, and I'm fairly certain everyone at this table could find good use with a sellsword. Hakatha? Pharaoh? Sarana? She's like, oh, yeah, I could definitely put him to work. Winks at you.
That is if you manage to win the hand.
What do you say? 1 month of sellsword service.
He'll, glance down at his shield. Look back up. Agreed. 1 month of sellswords.
Wonderful. And he draws a contract.
Hold on. How do we know you keep your word, Northman?
Well,
So we've got a contract here. We can get it certified by one of the ringmasters.
A lot of contracts go through this barge.
Fair.
What do you swear to?
I swear on the god Sehanin Moonbow that I will complete the contract.
Your god Sehanin Moonbow.
Aye, that is my god.
Alright, I'll take it.
Are we all in agreement, Hakathra?
I'm bored, so yes.
Fair enough. Sarana? He's like, oh, definitely in agreement. And Tulak, you have a flashback as you sell your very loyalty. Gamble your very loyalty. The village elder stands facing you amid the smoldering ruins of your village. Embers flying back and forth, caught on the breeze, dead and wounded all around you. Your father suffered a crippling blow, and while he'll live past the hill giant attack, his fighting days ended today. The elder approaches you. Tulak, the winds have changed. The hill giants are not themselves. The attack was unprovoked and unprecedented. You should not know the strife of rebuilding so close to your coming of age. Go, travel, learn wisdom, bring light to the shadows, find truths in the existence of others, and return when the ancients bid you to. Wield the shield of your father, and his father, and your great-grandmother. Go with the spirits of your ancestors and find strength.
I can do that. But what will you all do here?
What we always do. We will rebuild. We will be stronger for it, and we will endure.
I'll be back.
I don't doubt it. The elder places a hand on your shoulder, and we flash back to Sarana with her hand on your shoulder, squeezes one too many times, like, I suppose it's my turn then, isn't it? She throws in some more coinage. Hakathra, it's your turn to bet. You know that you're sitting on a great hand. Probably the best hand you've seen tonight. And reading the room, you believe it's yours to win. You've gotten to know everyone else at the table. Do you meet? Do you call?
I think that I can win with it.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. You throw in a large pile of these wooden coins. They have a goose on them. They're basically poker chips, and they have a painted goose on one side. You kind of throw them in. They're all worn. The paint's worn and rubbed off. You toss in, and it comes back to the Golden Dragonborn, who is the last to call on this hand. And he sort of looks at the pot, looks at his own stack. Well, I seem to be a little light myself. I'll tell you what. I'm down about 40 gold pieces. I'll put some information on the table. You can bet that it's good. I have a lead. Most of you look like adventurers. This particular lead will pay extremely well. You see, there's a town not far from here. They need help. With the sacking of Golden Leaf, adventurers being pressed for extravagant adventures in the north, south of Waterdeep doesn't get a lot of purchase. So payments are quite good, but the leads are hard to come by, you see. Once someone finds a band of adventurers they really like, those they want to continue working with, they do so. So I'm willing to put this information, and he pulls a scroll out, into the pot. I'll have it certified, if you'd like, that it does contain actual information by one of the pit bosses. 40 gold. It's 40 gold worth of information. The payment could be tremendous.
I'll look over my cards at Hakathra. Maybe waiting just to see what she's thinking. Subtle.
I'll just throw like a wink.
Well, far be it from me to distrust a golden dragonborn.
Very well.
If it doesn't live up, we'll find you later.
Seems more than fair. 40 gold pieces I could come by again, no problem. He puts a scroll on the pile. Everest, you stand watching this game with deep interest. Have you ever played Three Dragon Ante before?
Read about it.
Alright, so you're kind of like, okay, see what they're doing here. Even as Mordecai, King Raimi's scholarly liaison on the Sword Coast prattles on in your ear. And then, of course, there's Vorag Hamanthar, the Black Death. They say he has the ability to appear in 2 places at once. He calls the Mayor of Deadmen home, a dreadful place to be sure. There's, of course, there's Imrith, a blue dragon, called the Dragon of the Statues, and she dwells in the Anarok Desert and has a penchant for turning adventurers who stray too close to her lair into gargoyles, if you can believe that. One of my favorites, I forgot about this one. Felgolos. He's a young, bronze dragon known as the Flying Misfortune due to, get this, how clumsy he is. Imagine a creature as dangerous and graceful as a dragon, known for being clumsy. Everest, are you paying attention?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was just going through the Worms of the North. What was the last one you heard?
Oh, I don't remember. Maybe say it again.
Yeah. I'll just start from the top. Maybe you could pay attention this time. And here we go. We will start with. And in fact, we have a nice little Everest flashback. Everest, you walk among the humid gardens of King Raimi's private villa. You see beautiful orchids and trees blooming, things that you don't recognize, but in some cases are familiar with by their description only. Everest, do you know why I have called you here?
No.
You are one of the keepers. You have trained for many years. You have shared stories of our people and heard many more. It is a tradition long held by the keepers. It is how we hold on to our identity, how we pass it along. But did you know that for every 100th keeper, we designate one seeker? Are you familiar with this?
Is that verse for me?
I don't think so.
No.
Well, we do keep it somewhat under wraps. We don't want every keeper to get bored and want to travel the world. But it would do us no good to only maintain our own histories, wouldn't it? How would we learn from the rise and fall of other civilizations, the shortcomings of peoples and their great triumphs? And so, and he walks and he looks at an orchid, we selected you to be a seeker. All we ask is that you travel. Travel the Sword Coast. I've made some friends there. Learn what you can. Bring it back. Tell the stories. Entertain our people and educate them. Find ways to turn them into lessons.
What of my family?
What of your family? They will be here for you when you return. When you return when you're ready. When you feel that you have enough lessons and stories to share with us.
If it's my calling, then I will do this.
What's in your heart?
I want to travel.
I thought you might. That's why we selected you. Very good. What can I provide for you?
Sending scrolls.
Sending scrolls. Excellent. I'll have several drawn up. Well, how about 1 week? We'll book passage on the next ship.
That will give me time.
Very well. I'll have a liaison meet you in the Sword Coast. Mordecai, an educated man. A bit. Well, he'll be a good starting place. And then we flash back to you staring at Mordecai and him like, all right. So from the top, there's Amanthar. Yeah, Amanthar. And Amanthar is, and you're just like, no, man. Tuning him out completely.
I think I'm just nodding my head, but not even looking at him.
All right. The betting is over. It's about time to share cards. Hakathra, you're staring at everyone. Feel like you might have a chance of winning this. Feel pretty confident. Tulak, you feel the same. Pharaoh, you know you're pretty much out, but you don't care because you've been trying to read Hakathra's body language, and you're pretty sure she's in it to win.
Yeah.
So you've been helping raise the stakes. Mm-hmm. You all are basically working as a team.
We've done it.
As we're putting it down, can I have a piece of your bread?
Why not?
I'll just take a pinch and start feeding it to the mouse that's on my shoulder.
Yeah, you see the gold dragon more like, ooh.
It's a nice mouse.
Thank you. His name is Cheese.
The mouse's name is Cheese.
Right. That's what he likes to eat. It's his favorite thing. So I named him Cheese. So he can be what he loves.
I see the logic in it. I love it. Well, are we about ready to show our cards then? I am excited. And he looks at his cards. Doesn't even try to hide his excitement. Hakathra. We have our final flashback with you. You're a teenager. Go ahead.
Just get it, Lydia.
I'm good.
You're in a small apothecary shop. Your mother's instructing you on how to brew a sleeping potion. The final ingredient is the most important. Darkest nightroot extract. She's spinning it. It's volatile, so you have to be gentle. She picks up a tiny little pinch of it. You have to also ensure that the brine is swirling as you add it, like here. Here, you give it a try. She's spinning it. Exactly. Very gently. She kind of stops as the mixture sort of boils and turns a slightly different color. Hakathra. A time is coming in your life where you must serve a power greater than yourself.
My moon buns?
Nope, not that.
Oh.
Something different. But good guess. I'll give you an inspiration for that. Good goof. All of the women in our family must honor this oath, and in exchange you'll never want for strength. As she speaks these words to you, it almost seems like the snake tattoo around her arm wriggles and constricts ever so tightly. You feel your own snake wrapped around your arm, constricting somewhat tightly under your shirt. And we're back at the table. Tulak, you're the first to have to reveal your cards. You're feeling extremely confident, and you lay out a full flight of evil dragons. Pharaoh, throw your cards down in disgust. You had red dragons over 3s.
Yeah, right.
No.
Well,
Unfortunate, my friend.
Serana throws her cards down, clearly out like, would like to win that one, but too rich for my blood, I guess I'm out. And then the gold dragonborn reveals his hand with a slice like, that's a great hand. It's not this good. Lays out a full flight of evil dragons with Tiamat. Looks to you, Hakathra. He reaches down, starting to grab the pot when you lay out your cards. A full flight of dragons with Behemoth. And good dragons trump evil dragons and 3 dragon ante, and he looks at you and goes,
I would laugh regardless of what Mordecai is saying.
yeah, Mordecai's like, so then there was the Black Death, and you're like, I mean, everyone looks at you because your laugh echoes and reverberates. I think you're kind of like...
I'll look at her then too, or look at them too, and just be like, like trying to bring into the joke because he can hear that Everest is laughing.
Everest is amused by like a goblin just like goofing at the table.
Oh yeah, I think you're having a great goof. Hakathra, you're just like...
I'm a side-eye, but I'm looking at my winnings.
All right. You start dragging your winnings all towards the center. And you hear a voice at the back of the hall. A door. You hear a voice muffled like, go! And then a door flies open and slams shut. Hold on, where is that? Oh my god, did I lose that note? Sorry, 1 second. There we go. All right. You see this ornate door just slam. Everyone gets quiet. And you see standing in an evening gown and accompanied by 2 similarly disrobed courtesans, male and a female, stands the owner of the Grand Dame Riverboat, Lord Casphere Dryland. He scans the crowd with a scowl. Finds you and settles on it. You lying swine! Guards! Seize her!
I'm gonna start pulling up my bandana and be like, time to get your first shift on.
And with that, let's roll initiative, everybody.
What did I do?
Oh, good.
You know what you did.
Almost a 20.
All right, this is the situation. You guys are here at the table, okay? These are the stairs leading up to the upper decks where the jolly boats are located.
Give me a piece of paper.
This
Put it on my
is the enraged noble.
There you go. Just let it
Yeah,
out.
just
Get
go
it
for
out.
it. That's great.
You can't slow pull them.
I couldn't. They smell so good.
I know.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Everest, right beside you, Mordecai's like, "Oh dear, we should take refuge." But you can certainly have your own initiative and decide what to do. So, with that, where are you at, Hakathra?
11.
Okay, Everest.
18.
Not bad, not bad.
Thank you.
Pharaoh.
13.
Tulok.
2.
Pretty good.
I roll -1 initiative.
You have a -1 initiative. Nice work.
Paladin life.
Nice work.
The lieutenants represent the extremely well-armored and very competent-looking guards. Everest, it is your turn to act first. As you sort of look and see them sort of all scrambling at the table, Hakathra is scraping as much into a burlap sack as she can.
I will take the dodge.
Okay, yeah. You sort of put the pillar between yourself and the guards.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, with that, it is a guard's turn, and there is only one guard down here. He rushes towards you, Hakathra. Is that all visible on camera? There we go.
Yep.
He rushes towards you, Hakathra, and tries to grapple you. So can I have you please make me an opposed strength, athletics, or acrobatics roll? You probably want to go with acrobatics. Ooh.
16.
He got you. He grabs you and pulls you out of the chair and actually drags you 2 squares that way, and she's kind of just kicking and dragging her bag along the ground. Pharaoh, it is your turn.
Okay. I will hop up on the table.
Yep, no problem.
And I will draw my elven sword that's about twice my height. I'm going to cut the distance to try to go here. And I'm going to look at those guards there as well.
Like, best ask yourselves what business you're in, because you don't want to be in the sword business with me.
Make an intimidation check. I'm going to give you, we're not going to call it advantage or disadvantage. Just make it regular.
Okay. Nah.
You rolled a 1. I rolled a nat 20. They're in red armor and like a red cloak. You can see that they seem to be some kind of like extremely well paid. One of them here, and he spins his staff.
I'm going to hold my action for if somebody basically is going to get within 5 feet and attack me.
Yep.
But for my bonus action, I'm going to use a key point to take the dodge action.
Sounds good.
Dodge as my bonus action.
Yeah, perfect. No problem. With that, it is their turn. The one who's laughing confidently strides forward, spinning the staff, and
I will strike with my my sword. I got a 17.
that is a hit.
I did 8 points of damage. I'm actually going to make that 12 with my Fury of the Small because he laughed at me.
Okay.
So I'm going to cut it in more as I pull out.
You slice across, red robe tearing in here, and he sort of spins the staff around and comes down with an attack on you. Actually, just making 2 attacks on all of them at the same time. Actually, they need to be disadvantaged. So first one, what's your armor class?
17 right now.
That is a miss. Second one, that one gotcha. It'll be for 5 points of damage as he sort of spins this staff around and like bonks you in the face with it as you dodge one, and then he connects with the other one. The other one also rushes over to his aid and makes 2 attacks on you as well. First one with disadvantage, missed. Second one, gotcha.
Gotcha.
For 4 damage. Nice, pretty good rolls. Coming at you, they're just staves like swinging at you. You're blocking with your sword as best you can. Kind of connects on your knee. You fall to one knee for a second before getting back up. Hakafra, you are grappled right now.
Can we pivot if I'm grappled?
Your speed's 0.
No, yeah, your speed's 0.
Okay.
Can't move at all.
All right, so if I'm grappled, what am I allowed to try to do? Get out of the
Everything
grapple?
normal, yeah, except your speed is 0, and you can try to escape the grapple with acrobatics versus it's your action to
Am I
try
allowed to
escape
attack?
it. Yeah.
Or disadvantage, that right?
Oh, it's not even disadvantage. You gotta be restrained for disadvantage.
So what does grappled even really mean?
Speed 0. He's grabbing, he's pulling her with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you are locked into attacking with each other, basically, if you're locked down.
I got it. But if you're restrained, that means like your hands are tied behind your back.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, I am going to... I am going to... Oh, I guess I can't use that. I'm going to attack with my Mage Slayer.
I don't know what that is.
The blade you gave me?
Oh, yeah, of course. That.
Yeah.
I just forgot what it was called. Is all.
Yeah, that's all.
What did I get?
Oh.
You got your book.
Yeah.
It's in there.
Okay, so 17 plus 5.
Yeah,
I'm pretty dang sure I hit.
It.
And what does it also do?
I'm sorry, I can't remember off the top of my head.
I don't remember, and look how small that print is.
Yeah, that's tiny.
That's weird. Either way. Okay, so that's 4 piercing.
Okay. And yeah, sneak attack does not trigger, unfortunately.
I thought... I'm just gonna go on D&D
Okay.
on 2, but that we'll call that.
All right.
And then also... I can't on my bonus action try to escape the grapple, can I?
No.
No? Okay.
It's a +1 dagger with additional features. You can cast the spell Silence once per long rest. When it wounds a creature concentrating on a spell, their concentration roll is made with disadvantage. So long as the blade is on the same plane as the individual attuned to it, you can summon the blade to your hand as a bonus action.
Cool.
Also, it's a wicked-looking dagger that emits a faint black fog around the blade. So you draw that out, and you're kind of wrestling with him, and you kind of manage to cut into his side. He kind of still trying to grab you.
And I'll whisper to him, if you pretend to drop me now, I won't eat you.
Make an intimidation check. Make an intimidation check with disadvantage, because he is grabbing you.
Intimidation. How's an 8?
He's like, shut your damn mouth. With that, it is the boss's turn. The boss looks at you, Pharaoh, and sort of like, and he flings a firebolt at you. Armor class?
17.
Does-
I'm dodging still, right?
Yeah. Does get you. 14 damage.
Getting fucking wrecked.
Yeah, sorry.
I told you we're rolling new characters tonight.
Yeah, probably so.
Did you only send that message to me?
What message?
About
That
the
we're
new
rolling
characters, yeah.
Tulak, you were up, my dude.
Damn.
Alright, he'd pick up his sword and shield and I guess follow the person who now owns his sword rights.
There you go.
And we'll swing
how
on
you
the
do
person grappling her, and we're going to do it with advantage.
Do it. Yeah, burn him up.
Take that out and roll an actual dice. 15.
That is unfortunately not a hit. You come at him and he twirls his staff around and knocks your sword back. By the way, you're grabbing your shield. It does take an action to put it on. So you're kind of carrying it right now.
Let's see what I got. That'll be it.
Okay. Everest, it's your turn. Mordecai is kind of cowering like, we should get out of here, Everest. We don't want any part of this. As you see this goblin monk like hit twice with these staves, a firebolt streaks right in between all the other gamblers. By the way, there are gamblers everywhere. And they're all sort of ducking and like people are standing up, tables are getting tipped over, slams into the goblin. But it is your turn.
How far away am I? Not far.
Not far.
Okay. I will shoot a healing word over to
Solid.
Goblin. We shared a laugh,
Fair enough.
and no one needs to die over like a bar brawl. Okay, so healing word is just 1d4 right now, right?
Plus your spellcasting
Plus-
modifier, yep.
4. So 8.
Nice.
Max healing.
Nice.
Maximum healing.
You suddenly feel your wounds closing up and warmth around you, and you sort of look back and you can see her. Them. They've now picked up their massive hammer that was just kind of leaning there, has a hand out towards you, and you can see a faint glow sort of dissipating from their fingers.
I mean, I'll look back, kind of over my shoulder and...
Mordecai's like, what are you doing, Everest? What are you doing?
Shh.
You do still have a full action.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do a cantrip.
Okay.
The one that is messing him up the worst. No,
They're kind of both about equal.
the one that has her grappled.
Yeah.
I would
That's
like
this guy with the sword.
Yeah. I would like them to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Can do. Failed.
Wonderful. They are not injured.
They are injured.
Oh.
She got a little nick.
Okay, so if I would not like to wound fatally.
I'm not sure you can choose to do that with cantrips.
Or
Why
the
not?
spell at all, I don't think.
Yeah, you can't, but I hear what you're saying. You don't want to leave a body here, so you can, if it kills him, I'll say you can kind of tell and stop it. That's fine.
Okay.
I know what you're saying. Go ahead and roll it. I won't make you murder anybody here.
Well, I only rolled
Yeah,
two, so-
yep. You sort of, like, as he's grabbing you, he sort of starts shaking his head and like, what? And kind of his grip loosens a little bit. It is his turn, in fact. You also hear the stomping of feet up above, but no one seems to descend the stairs just yet. He actually tries to drag you. He does a disengage action. Drags you there.
Perfect.
He's just like, ugh. He's like, come on, with me, to the boss. Pharaoh, you are up, sir.
Right. guess I'm gonna continue over here, but I'm gonna yell over to the boss.
Like, we heard what you did in Belliard. No, it'll never work again.
He's like, what? All right, it is your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna hit this dude with an unarmed attack.
Got it.
For my attack action.
That is a definite hit.
Sure.
That's the one you've already hit?
No, actually, I think I hit that.
Okay, so the other one. Well, which one did you want to hit?
I'll hit the one I already hit.
Okay.
If I could.
Yep.
For 8 damage.
Okay.
And then... yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna continue. I'm going to Fury of Blows on the same one.
Okay.
So here's another one. That is a 13.
That is not a hit.
Okay.
Don't forget about these generous divine rolls.
I'll just use it for this right here.
That is a 20 thanks to a divine roll.
Ah, there it is.
Hey, do you have water?
Yes.
Do you have water?
Something in my throat.
That's 9 more damage.
All right. You sort of you hold your sword up in defense of the other one. Reach out, kick him, uppercut, spin around to take on a defensive stance. He's looking pretty rough now. He's sort of bowled over. Oh. Okay, it is their turn. Both of them are attacking you. I presume you now have +2 armor class.
I do. I'm a 19 now.
Actually, this one stays on you, and this one turns to you, Tulak. So this one's on you, Pharaoh. Both miss. He swings once, and you push back with the blade, like you've got your hand on the blade, and kind of catch the staff and twist it. And he tries to come around with another attack, but doesn't have any weight behind it. It actually kind of taps you, but doesn't even do anything.
I'll be like, I've seen your style now.
And the other one on you, Tulak. Whoa! What's your armor class without your shield?
Without shield would probably be 16.
All right, those are both hits.
All right. Are these magical attacks at all?
They are not.
Okay, cool.
You'll take 18 points of damage, my dude.
Holy shit.
Reduced by 6 because those are 2 different attacks.
Yeah,
right?
heavy armor.
Yep, heavy armor master.
Yep.
Gotta get you all your feats.
He swings the staff around, and you try to block with your shield and realize you don't have it, in slow motion, and he just slams into your arm. You're like, ah! Swings again and catches you on the thigh. Hakathra. What you got?
I'm going to attack this guy.
The guy grappling you?
Yeah, with a booming blade.
Okay, cool.
And... okay, so I make a melee spell attack.
Yes, you do.
And Mage Slayer counts as melee, right?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay.
Don't forget you got those.
The pre-rolls.
Got lots of them.
That is a hit.
Okay, so 1d4 plus 3. Yay! 6 piercing, and...
When he moves again, he takes a d8, right?
If he willingly moves before my next turn, takes 1d8 thunder damage.
Cool. All right. So you all hear this sort of and a sound seems compress as she does this, and sort of you even feel the wind pulled towards that. It is his turn. He says, "Bring her to me!" And he slings a firebolt at you. Just one.
Oh, you can roll that at disadvantage, man.
Oh, yeah, good thinking. He, in fact, misses, and it slams into the backside of the ship, and you see a curtain kind of catch, and he's like, "What? Put that out! Someone put that out!" Tulak, it is your turn.
All right.
What was that?
I don't know, but Maisie's life is ruined.
Any idea what just beeped?
Sound like something over
The
there.
printer, maybe?
Yeah, it could be. All right, over to you, Tulak.
Anyways,
It's Isabel. She's recording us for her own Twitch
so
channel.
he's kind of got the shield by the
Mommy
shield
and
edge
Daddy's
right now, not really
channel.
wearing it. He's gonna kind of loop it onto his arm in an motion.
Cool.
And then he is going to depart from this guy, use the That would be an action, so he'll just take the
attack.
AoE.
You do now have your shield.
Yep.
And he misses.
Yeah,
In fact, you kind of sling it up and catch it as he swings at you. You push the staff back.
Push on over here, and then as a bonus action, we are going to cast Ensnaring Strike. The next time you hit a creature with a weapon attack before the spell ends, a rising mass of thorny vines appears at the point of impact, and you must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by the magical vines.
That's pretty sweet. I love it. Cool. You all see Tulok kind of step around and he gets his shield on and he starts whispering something. It sounds like Elvish. Everest, it is your turn. You are seeing the battle develop. Mordecai is like cowering behind you, pleading for you to run.
I don't care. Okay, so just remind me, which one on the board is the boss? Is it the one grappling raven?
No, that's the boss. That's a guard grappling raven. These are 2 elite guards.
Okay. But he's telling them what to do.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright,
1 weekend, I seriously did forget how to play D&D.
No, I'm just... Okay, so the one that's grappling raven, I would like it to make me a wisdom save.
Okay. Just a regular old wisdom save,
Just a regular old fat... Oh, do it at disadvantage. Jesus.
There it is.
Jesus, okay.
He failed. Good thing.
I say to him...
Pooh.
Yes, no, I say drop.
Command?
Yeah.
He lets go immediately, and you kind of turn around staring at him, and he's just like, looks confused as to why he said it. Her voice echoes, though. In her mind, she says drop, but it's like, drop! And like the planks of the wood
There.
echo a little bit. What? There. Yes, thank you. I'll get there. Anything else, Everest?
Wait, so did he move?
He did not move.
Oh, okay.
Leave
He
his
just
space.
dropped.
He
Okay.
let go.
Damn. That would have been too convenient.
That's my action.
Okay. Anything else?
Can I walk over and pick up Raven?
Yeah, you can at least walk over, if she will let you. I'm going to call it basically a grapple if she allows you to.
Or
So-
I don't want to pick her up, but just drag her away.
Yeah, which would still be like a grapple, so you just move 20 feet.
Could be a shove.
The difference is, do you allow her to? You hear this, allow them to. You hear this voice echo. The dude drops you, and then you hear these stomps coming towards you, and a hand grab you, pulling.
Yeah, I mean, I heard the laugh earlier
Okay.
when...
Cool. Then I think
yeah.
you do this. Because you move 20 feet, it takes double movement when you're grappling someone. You can pull Hakathra away. And Pharaoh, you look back and you see Everest just walk over, kind of grab, gently, right? Like a gentle kind of
I just want to
pull.
get her out of
Yeah.
his space so he doesn't just grapple right
Cool.
away again.
Yeah, awesome. You do so. It is the guard's turn, and he's like, come back here! Takes a step forward, and you all hear boom! Go ahead and roll your d8 damage from Booming Blade.
6.
Big 6.
Do I get an opportunity attack when he does that?
Oh, you sure as heck do.
Sure as heck do. Hey, wait. I would like to inspire Tulok.
Tulok is inspired. Consider it done.
Because I like his new little...
New kids on the Tulok.
That is a definite hit, my dude.
Hit, cool, I get to roll damage now. What am I doing? A D8. Oh, man. Alright. Good. 7 damage. Slashing.
Is this a lethal attack?
I think so. He's going after my new boss.
He turns to grab her, and you cut across his back, spraying blood all over the side of the wall, and he hits the ground dead.
That's unfortunate.
With that, Pharaoh, you sort of feel hot blood hit you. Look back, see Tulok standing with his blade. You are up, sir.
Okay, good job, new guy. I'll keep attacking the one that I've been attacking.
Okay.
Go ahead and make
that one at advantage. Actually, that didn't do it even with my advantage.
Wow.
I did take the attack action, though, so I'm going to spend another key point of Fury of Blows.
Yep.
So, that's 14.
That is not a hit, my dude.
I know. I have
That is a hit.
That one is a hit. For 8 more damage.
Still unarmed?
You make it bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Amazing.
Yeah, I mean, you're continuing, like, you're swinging out, and he's, like, trying to counter with the staff, just doom, doom, pushing your arm back. You land one blow right into his stomach, and he kind of bowls forward. He is still up, but he is looking pretty bad right now. It is their turn, and the first one attacks you. Missing both. The other one takes a step over here and attacks you, Hakafra. Missing both. He just comes over swinging the staff at you wildly. You duck the first one and then see it coming and like just at a sidestep as it slams into the deck of the ship. Hakafra, you are up. Oop.
So the final was attacking me.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm going to... Damn, why are they so spread out from each other? I'm going to attack with my Mage Slayer. With a pre-roll.
Okay.
Nah, I'll save a pre-roll.
Okay. That is a hit.
Okay, I was like, damn. And so that's 1d4 plus 3. So that's 7.
Okay.
And as a bonus, I will disengage.
Yep.
And move over Chian.
Cool.
You like set me back down, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you want
I don't know if you're just, like,
to booming blade that? There's kind of no reason not to booming blade.
Yeah, can I? Yeah.
Because it's basically you make an attack.
Yeah.
You know, the only time you wouldn't is if you had 2 attacks, which you don't get anyway.
Yeah.
So it's worth doing. Cool. All right, it is the boss's turn, and he's just shouting like, "She sold me a snake oil! Grab her! 100 gold to anyone who grabs her!" And slings a bolt. He's actually shooting at you, Hakathra.
Do it at disadvantage.
Yeah, man.
And there is a guard between you. Or no, that's Tulak between you. He does in fact miss. Again, kind of hits the side and smolders for a second, but puts out.
You just put that back, dude.
I shouldn't have told me. You do see someone over here, like, patting out the curtains that he lit on the other side, and there is a little bit of smoke kind of filling the hold right now.
Can I, like, yell something back?
Yeah.
Perhaps if you weren't up all night with your 2 idiots, you would have been able to sleep.
He's like, "That's the problem, I couldn't get up at all!" Tulak, your turn.
If I may be so bold, it might be time for us to excuse ourselves from here. And he will step forward and attempt to take this boy out.
Okay, and he is looking rough. He's the one that Pharaoh's been working on.
What's a 15 get me?
Oh!
No such luck.
No such
we
luck.
will spend our.
We're not gonna let re-rolls of pre-rolls. That's too much.
I was just gonna. Yep, gotcha.
No. Yeah, that's a thing we've been doing on Tuesdays. I think you can't get 3 tries at something.
Pre-re.
Yeah, no pre-res. Everest, it is your turn.
All right, then. I would like to walk closer, and I'll take the opportunity attack.
Okay. Where are you walking to? Show me what you want to do.
I want to be within 30 of the boss.
Okay, I think you could.
I can have side
You could have done it like
stabs,
that.
3 opportunity attacks right now.
Okay, that's a 1 move. He attacks you, totally misses. Mordecai's like, "But Everest, what are you doing?" And you just raise your hammer as he boom, slams into it. And you kind of push it back, and that's where you are after a move.
Oh, it's so annoying. I'll dash and get in between.
Okay. All right. You kind of rush forward. You see them kind of stomping forward, holding this massive hammer. It is the guards upstairs' turn. You sort of hear like, what's going on down there? Sir, what's going on? And can hear their feet shuffling around on the level above you. Pharaoh, it is your turn.
Okay. I am going first to attack the one that I've been attacking.
Okay.
Negative. But I'll spend my... no. I'm just going to make a bonus action attack, actually. At advantage. That would be a 20.
That is, in fact, a hit.
For 8 more damage.
You grab at his sort of now somewhat disheveled tunic and flip upside down, raking with both your feet across his jaw and landing back in there like doing a cartwheel on him as he sort of falls to the ground. He is knocked out. I mean, unless you want to kill him. You can kill him if you want to.
Nah, that's fine.
Kill if you want to.
Anything else?
Let's see. I had that there. No. Use my action, use my bonus action. I'm staying right there. Oh, well, he said we should leave back. That's the idea. Okay. I'll wait. Yeah.
Okay. It is, in fact, that lieutenant's turn. He's sort of looking... well, I mean, you can't see his face, but his body language indicates he's not sure whether to keep fighting or not, but does, in fact, attack you twice. What's your armor class?
19.
Nope, misses both times. You just blocking with your sword, you kind of flip it around, kind of do the twirl like with the staff, and it kind of falls to the ground, and he can't seem to connect with you. Hakathra, you're up.
I'll look at this one
Okay.
and I'll blow a kiss and be like, I bet you wouldn't have that problem, as I summon my snake to come out of my mouth.
Oh, that's also awesome and disgusting. What does the snake look like?
It's a purple poisonous snake.
Purple poisonous snake. All right, and it kind of slithers around your hand, and then what?
I'm just like, and then I'll just be like, get him. Even though I can't attack, but he doesn't know that.
It can't attack, but what it can do is give someone the help action. So give me.
Why does it like roll its own initiative? If,
so
like,
that we house ruled that away. It always acts, but you have to decide: does it always go before you or always go after you?
after.
Okay, after. So your turn is to summon him, and then you get the little marker right there, and so it slithers over to this guy. And it can give Pharaoh the help action if you want. By essentially it like coils its head up and it's like slithering back and forth. And he's like, clearly his body language indicates like, oh my god, was not expecting a snake. Cool? All right. The boss kind of looks at Everest and is like, what are you doing? Stand back! Stand back! And kind of gets into the doorway.
Everest looks intimidating AF.
Yeah, Everest is a big old elephant person, just like stomping. And he seems like he's holding an action, like he's holding a hand up towards you. Tulak, your turn.
We must not tarry with these folk. We should end this quickly.
Oh, thank you, Maddie. Yo, Maddie just got you another divine.
Thanks.
It is. So in order to end this quickly, he's going to wander over to this guardy boy
Cool.
and take a swing. You're in timeout.
What was that?
As you are. We're gonna re-roll that.
Yep.
Oh, I'm also going to give this to Everest.
Okay.
For 1, the laughs. 2, the heals. 3,
How's the 16
stomping out.
Who
16 gets
doesn't
him.
have one? I'm gonna give this to Sean for
Okay.
the voice.
Love it.
Thanks.
All right. 6 plus 5, so 11 damage.
Okay.
And I will inspire
Okay.
new owner of my sword.
Hakathra, you are now inspired.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, you walk up and just like, it raises the staff to try to block it and kind of rakes across. You see it rake across its arm, leaving like a big tear in the cloak over top of it. Everest, it is your turn.
Wonderful. I would like the boss to make me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Ooh, with disadvantage.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. Fail. I am going to suggest loudly and forcefully that they call this off.
Okay. How? We'll play that out with me.
I'll drop my hammer down to my side and I'll just look at them. And not even that threatening, but they're under my suggestion and I know that. So I would just say, end this.
Tight. You do. You say that. He kind of looks at you, lowers his hand, and you know what? With that, he's like, let them go! Let them go! The guard facing you just like twirls the staff and plants it down. Let them go!
And go
What do you
we
all do?
will.
Yeah,
Quickly.
Backing up, I'll be like, which boat did we... Got it.
This one.
And where are we?
Below decks.
Like right here.
But you know what? You guys come running up the steps, and the guards are sort of like, did he say let them go?
Yes.
They're all sort of looking really nervous, like staring at you all. You guide them into the jolly boat.
I would yell down,
Okay, go ahead.
I'll peek my head back down, you know?
Yeah. We'll consider this out of initiative.
I'll be like, hey, elephant person, we got a boat. Come on.
Mordecai's like, Everest, I don't think that's a...
Don't bring him.
Leave the door.
I'll walk by and on my way to the boat, I'll just pick up Mordecai, like by his shirt.
Nah, he's not coming with you.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't want to.
Okay.
And he wasn't in the flashback, so he doesn't come with you.
Sorry.
See you, Morty.
I think you're ready for a break from him.
No, yeah, I know, but I didn't want to, like, throw a wrench in your story.
No. He wasn't there in the beginning. So you walk by him, he's like, Everest, I think we should... And you stride right by. You guys get in the boat, lower it into the water. About the instant you're lowering it, you're like, what are you doing? Get them! From inside. And you all hit the deck. Start rowing as furiously as you can. The other boat drops in. Bunch of people coming in, spears at the ready. They start catching up with you, and then you hear, we're taking on water! And that's when you look down at the drill bit and smile. The heist was successful. Speaking of heists, we're going to let you get some loot of your own. Some tabletop
Oh my God.
loot. We're going to go on a break right now, but we're going to do a tabletop loot giveaway.
No.
Come on, that was really cool. Here we
was
go.
terrible.
Tabletop loot raffle coming in.
Tabletop loot.
For
Royal Sapphire or Storm Giant?
This is going to be for the Royal Sapphire dice set. And later, we're going to have another one for the Storm Giant. So we're going to take our first break. Thank you all for joining us. We'll be right back.
Open threads. A couple things that are probably good to keep an eye on throughout the games and mentions of them. We think that we can let you guys in. First and foremost, as most of you have probably guessed if you've been watching, the Shards of Amber.
What are those? Where are they from?
Well, they were from another realm in the Shadow Plane that managed to have a new champion in Caecilius, which we just should mention in the same breath.
Yeah, same breath. That is 100% the aftermath of Strahd. We like to keep it going, right? So, the end of Strahd, there's a little stinger scene, right, that shows Caecilius on the Sword Coast with some amber where... And, you know, this is a spoiler alert for Strahd, so close your ears if you are playing Strahd or don't know this already. But there's a temple there that have these amber sarcophagi where these elder evil gods are essentially... They're like these shards of the remnants of these gods are kept. So we kind of figured, hey, wouldn't it be cool, though, if those play into it? Because clearly, if they were encased in this temple, like, something epic happened long ago.
A prison break essentially happened with Caecilius, and they are now, at least to some degree, some we've already seen in the Sword Coast. And guaranteed it will not just play into Sunday, but it'll probably play into all the stories that we have to some degree.
Right, so far it's been mentioned, of course, in Strahd, where they're sort of introduced. We did this one-shot recently. It's called Shards of Amber in the Snow. We did that with Kelsey from the Arcane Library. It's a high-level adventure. Go check it out. It's in our one-shots folder on YouTube. And it was referenced in Sean's one-shot as well for the train heist, which was a mind meld for us, because you had no idea I was going to do that, so that was cool. That's going to continue to come up, because I think in our headcanon, right, these gods have arrived, but they're weak, right? They've been trapped in amber, and clearly magic kept them bottled up. So
well, they're looking for a foothold, and they have a military commander at their helm, who also you should check out the end at least of the one shot with Shards of Amber to see some of the upset in the current state of the Sword Coast.
Yep, that's right.
We also have seen that some other realms and planes of existence seem to be in a bit of turmoil. Obviously, the astral plane for the plane heist, we saw a long chained god who was missing
who was that?
a hand and an eye. And also, the Heroes on Tuesdays, there was some sort of prison break in the archive of Primus, and they also saw the hand and eye of Vecna. Maybe Vecna will play into it.
That should be fine.
Maybe I'm just playing around.
That should be
We don't know.
fine. Yeah, so those are kind of some overarching meta things. Also, Tiamat is still a problem.
Tiamat has made it her mission to try to take out our original heroes and continue to try to break through, and has been successful to some degree.
Yeah, only being thwarted by the heroes. So
And Mordenkainen.
That was helpful. Okay, what other thread? Speaking of wizards, there's a lot of play with the red wizards in our game. So, there's a lot more, I think, to Thay. I don't think we've made them two-dimensional by any means. We haven't really explored them all that much yet, but we have made them pretty clearly... the term bad guys sounds so hollow for them. But
they're nefarious.
They're pretty nefarious.
And they're still pretty ambiguous, and not much is known by any of the current characters. They do seem to have their hands in just about every plot. Part of Tiamat for sure, and it seems even with, we saw them in Strahd and with the Amber, there's a good chance we're going to see them a bit more. They are... They're a huge force in Toril.
Yeah, and just to be completely on the nose, because you're watching these lore videos, you kind of want to be, in the inner circle of trust, sort of the Venn diagram of trust.
Here you are.
My character, Tuesday Night, Killian, is 100% a red wizard on the run. So that's kind of half the fun. Kind of toying around with that and seeing how we can hint at that and then explore that a little more further.
Yep, and keep tuned in for that as it'll continue to come
Andrew.
up.
What are you talking about?
Hey, buddy.
Shh, we're doing Maclore 1997, man. You want in on
Do
this?
you want to tell him some stuff?
Yeah, come on in.
Okay.
What kind of
What do
beers did you bring?
It's Victory at Sea.
Nice.
Tell us something about the open threads that we have.
You probably have
Well, There's
There's the...
they do this and they
So it's
just
just
get
a bunch
everywhere.
of, they're wiggly like this. You gotta tie them up, tie them off.
And they're not open anymore. Okay, see ya.
What other? So all right, we covered red wizards. We covered Tiamat. We covered the shards of amber and what they are and mean.
There are bits of part of the Shards of Amber, and otherwise, as part of the Fallout, we should say that it's been mentioned, Kothai currently, Oldeveld and Skyreach has been rebuilt. It's been built far larger. It's looking for one last component. So getting Skyreach and Oldeveld kind of back up into the sky as a flying fortress is at least an open thread for the current heroes.
Right. It might be a bit of a reach to get it back in the sky, but sorry, I was channeling Andrew's inner. I'm excited about that though. Skyreach is super cool, and I think we'll probably do Storm King's Thunder next, which I think does tie into our giant lore. Which I'm bummed that wasn't streamed. Our whole first campaign was off stream, but there was a lot of fun stuff that we established, like these giants they met in Oldeveld who were very Norse-like, and they had spirit quests. And
they helped them. There is a lot of things going on with where are the giants is one question. Why haven't we seen them? Will be one that's answered. Hopefully.
Yep, maybe.
I'm trying to think. Do we have any more
other
threads? I'd say keep an eye out at least in Tuesdays for the words Martos, Axtios, Diamine.
Oh, that was cool. That was from Genie in a Bottle, right? Or Wizard in a Bottle.
It was from Christina Aguilera. Keep an eye out for those two. These are things to just keep an eye out for, really.
Yep. Cool stuff. The Mac marches, if you've tuned into the first episode of that is the impetus behind that is what we were talking about earlier, the sort of martial force that's led pretty clearly by Caecilius. The characters just learned this, right? The characters, and that wasn't a huge reveal because he wasn't super tight with them, but they certainly knew who he was, or at least Nithbis did. So there's another thread that I think will be explored through there. So I think we kind of like the idea that, hey, all these threats have been apocalyptic and, world-ending, but it'd also be kind of fun to visit a straight-up martial threat.
Yep. That's been a long-term goal that got sped up in a good way.
Yep. So that should be pretty neat. Anything else you could think of?
Nothing specifically. We still got Mordenkainen and now Big B running around doing various things throughout the plane, so who knows?
So good. All right, well, thanks for tuning in to Maclore 1997. We've enjoyed it.
Again, let us. Yeah, that's in post. We're fixing it.
Just placeholder. See ya.
Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning in to us here at Castle Mac. We're so happy that you came. The point of this video is just to do a little bit of housekeeping on the break. That way when you come back, we can just jump straight back into the action with whatever show that you were watching. If you're watching us live right now on Twitch, you can go ahead and mash that follow button up here. If you're watching us a little bit later on YouTube, you can mash that subscribe button right down here. We stream live on Twitch on Tuesdays and Sundays, both at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we try to upload our videos to YouTube about 48 hours later, so you can follow us there, youtube.com/CastleMac. If you want to talk to us outside of our streams, then you can go ahead and follow us on Twitter. Sometimes we post schedules there if we're going to be streaming in between. We have some friends of ours that stream on our channel, the Macalites. We also do a Marcha-style campaign with some of our friends in our Discord, and that happens periodically, so if you want to know when, you can just follow us on Twitter. Our Twitter handles are all CastleMac, and then our first name. You can follow me. I'm CastleMac Lydia. You can follow Raven. You can follow our DMs, Stephen and Johnny. You can follow any of us, and you can find our names right underneath of our characters and our nameplates. So we would love it if you would follow us, and you can find us on our other streams there. And also, if you want to talk to us off of Twitter, you can follow us on our Discord. We have a Discord server. You just go to our Twitch channel, scroll down a little bit, and you can follow that link. We are there pretty much all the time. There are people from all over the world, so no matter what time you're chatting, I guarantee there will be someone there to chat back at you. It's so much fun. Everyone there is so nice. And I just want to talk now a little bit about what goes on during our Twitch streams. So for every 500 bits donated or every sub, we get a divine reroll. That is basically the god saying, you can re-roll that terrible D20 roll that you just made as a player. If you roll badly, you can re-roll that.
Welcome back, everybody, and congrats to, the Nerdy Viking won a dice set.
Oh.
My dude, you're now the proud owner of the Blue Sapphire set, courtesy of Tabletop Loot. Hit me a PM and we'll figure out the shipping to you. Okay, so we're coming back. We're cutting ahead a little, maybe a couple of hours. You all headed into Wamford, and then headed about 2 hours east into, frankly, some farmland. You find a little dell where you can be relatively shielded from the road, and you set up camp. Again, overhead, stars are twinkling. It's a beautiful, clear night. It is early spring, so there is a chill in the air. You all huddle up close next to the campfire. Everest, you're sort of looking at your new companions, throwing in with them. Tulok, you as well, brand new to the fold. You look over your earnings. Unfortunately, you have a lot of gambling chips, basically a lot of poker chips that do you very little good at this point. However, you did make off with some other valuables. In all, you got about 250 gold pieces worth.
Which I'll go halvesies.
You also, of course, got Tulok's service for 1 month. And there is the scroll.
Oh.
There is the scroll that adventurer put in with a lead that you can open at your leisure. But as you all are sitting around the campfire, getting to know each other, the topic, of course, you've talked about the battle that went on. You all discuss the very first battle you were ever a part of. Pharaoh, why don't you start?
Well, difficult to say the first battle. First one I won, or the numbers that I lost. I grew up on the streets of Waterdeep, in the sewers. Parents pretty much fucked off, which isn't unnatural for goblins. Pickpocket. Got a lot of scraps. Then there was the one where I met my master. She saved me from being hung. I'll reveal my hanging scars.
You all do see some pretty gnarly scars around his neck.
But after that, we fought some Zentarum. That was big. They're a bunch of thieves. Murderers, cutthroats. Not all of them. Apparently they're legit now. Believe it when I see it. But, yeah, what was the first one that we did? It wasn't the Necromancer, that was later.
No, it was the Romancer.
The Romancer.
He was beautiful.
If you like that sort of thing.
If I may, why were you being hung?
Well, mostly they didn't like goblins. Which is okay. Not even goblins like other goblins. But I also picked one of their pockets.
Not well, obviously.
I was good, but they were better. So, they tried to hang me. I think they were more mad about other things, but my master taught them.
That is an interesting tale, to say the least.
You killed many goblins.
Only when provoked, but yes.
Probably a lot then.
Not too much. Goblins don't usually journey too far north where they know my tribe is wandering. They do tend to, however, try and spoil our hunts. They do. Up north they act more as scavengers. Wait for us to take down a larger prey. And then scatter us and take what we haven't gathered yet.
Yep. Sounds pretty normal. Well, then what about you? What's your first battle?
My first battle. My father took me out towards the plains, out of the woods and the foothills, and we were tracking what was to be my first boar. My father gave me a spear, and as it charged out of the underbrush, I planted the spear against my foot, but it slipped, and the boar hit me head on. Unfortunately, I did end up with a nasty scar on the back of my shoulder from its horns, and my father managed to make quick work of it. But I guess that would be my first battle. Not a successful one, but you must earn your scars.
Everest. This is your name?
Everest is my name.
Everest.
My first battle in the jungles of Chult.
Yes, and there's a jungle of faraway Chult.
It was a basilisk. Do you know what those are?
Turn you to stone. Eat you.
They were deep within the forest. I had just joined my order. Wasn't prepared.
Is your order also people like you who are like elephants?
Yes.
We have never seen... Have you ever seen a Loxodo? How do you say it?
Loxodon.
Loxodon.
No.
Me either.
I imagine not. We don't travel this far usually.
How come you're here?
Well, to seek knowledge and bring it back home.
So I was tasting something from earlier. Alright. Well, best way to get knowledge is to experience it, so I think you made the right choice with us.
Well,
Basilisk, a big one.
It was a big deal for my first time out away from my family. To come that close to being turned to stone.
Scary.
Do you have nightmares?
About basilisks?
Yes, about basilisks.
Not often. Do you?
Oh no, not at all. Do you have nightmares of other sorts?
I just met you.
Just like...
She just wants to help.
No, not recently. I guess when I go to bed, all I think is how I miss my family. But that's not a nightmare.
Reality is the worst of nightmares. Unfortunately. Though not the tastiest. I mean, more importantly, do snakes bother you?
No, not being from the jungle.
Good. This is Dida.
Hello?
I just wanted to make sure. I didn't want to put you in any sort of unease as we travel together.
How about Tulak? Are you like, hey, cool?
I think Tulak, the log he's sitting on, he just kind of rolls back a little bit.
Everest would touch the snake with their trunk.
Nice. Oh yeah, you got a prehensile trunk. I forgot about that.
You can sniff its
yeah.
little...
You can sniff it!
You can boop its snoot.
You could boop its snoot with your snoot.
Just a little bit. Then you can just
You got a prehensile snoot.
I think Dida would just curl around, just do a...
Hey, thank you for gifting that sub cat, Brannigan. Appreciate that. You guys got cool.
If you have a pet mouse, though, you'll need to keep it away from Dido because Dido tries to eat mice.
Is that a point of contention for cheese?
Yes.
It's Dida.
Dida. Sometimes common is tricky to me.
Question. Is Everest afraid of a mouse?
Sure, yeah.
You're kind of just a little uncomfortable at the sight of a mouse?
Is that a mouse? Oh, no, yeah, that's fine.
Don't worry, Dida will eat it later.
Hey, do they have gerblins in Cholt?
Yeah, they're different though. They're very, they have another
Cholty?
name. But, yeah, they
Choltons?
definitely do. They definitely do.
Okay.
I can't remember. There's a different type. They're different structure and stuff, but
That's fine.
definitely still gerblins, yes.
Okay.
They're burblins.
Yeah, that's
There'd
what
be
they are.
gerblins.
They're boyblins.
Boyblins. Boy bands.
Yeah. Don't.
Gerblin.
No.
Don't.
No!
Don't.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Gerblin.
Batiri goblins. Yes, that's it. Batiri goblins.
Burblins.
And they nasty.
We fought a chimera once. All three heads just...
And live to tell about it.
I mean, we're pretty proficient in what we do.
That I can see.
But the stakes are only getting higher.
It's easier in Waterdeep. People are dumber.
Yeah, Waterdeep's trash. Absolute trash. The smell of it's disgusting. All the people. Hate Waterdeep.
Now you two travel together.
Mm-hmm.
For a little while now.
Longer than a little while.
So, what exactly did you do to the captain's
penis?
That's unfortunate.
Well, I can help people sleep. I am very good at making tinctures. However, he must have gotten a bad batch. My bad.
I see.
Don't feel too bad, he's an asshole.
I can make people sleep too. Usually involves hitting them.
Also, what was his name again?
It was, let me remember the thing.
No, you guys don't remember? No. Lord Casphere Dryland.
Yeah, Lord Casphere Dryland. With a name like Dryland, I don't anticipate he's going to need what he's got anyway.
Yeah, bit on the nose. So we have a hedge knight for Sehanin Moonbow.
Yes, that is my god.
And a priest of some sort.
From a specific order of Chult. I'm loyal to my family.
Understood. A noble thing when you can have it. You have to join us in adventures. Do you want to join us?
Where are we headed?
Get that scroll.
I guess we'll find out.
And you unfurl the scroll to find a little bit of background on a town called Nightstone. Nightstone is located near the Ardeep Forest in the hills between Waterdeep and Daggerford. Matter of fact, I can show everyone back home where we're talking about here. This is where the characters are, and you can see Nightstone down to the southeast of Waterdeep. It's roughly 100 miles from where you're at. There's a sketched map on this parchment, and you know that it would take you about 4 days to get there if you headed straight south. Potentially it could take 3 days if you were to head back into Womford, take a boat to Waterdeep, and take the high road instead. But it would cost a bit of coin. So you can either shave part of the journey or head straight down. But more information first. As you read about it, you find that Nightstone is so named because there is a massive obelisk in the center of town with strange carvings that, when looked at and used with the spell Detect Magic, does emanate some sort of magical aura, but no one actually knows what it does. It's been there for some time. Looks like it fell from the sky as it's like implanted and buried in the ground. The scroll goes on to state how they are in some dire situations with some wood elves of the Ardeep Forest, largely due to probably their own problems, forestation. The wood elves are not terribly happy with that. And also an orc tribe nearby. They are in desperate need of adventurers and willing to pay top dollar, according to this document.
Good, honest work.
Honest. Maybe.
I would like to see those runes. I don't care about the coin.
Coin's how we keep on adventuring, but we'll look at the runes.
I'm not sure I can raise my sword against kin, no matter how distantly related.
Oh, I've raised my sword against Ken plenty of times.
Same. On the regular, frankly. I'm afraid if we make it in the next month, old Moonbow shining down on you says that you might have to.
I will deal with that road myself when I cross it. But for now, I'm with you all.
We're not necessarily going in there trying to hunt down wood elves by any means, but if it comes to that, it comes to that.
Aye, and I am also contractually bound by my honor. That is deeper than family ties, no matter how distant.
I don't disagree. I happen to have my map here.
The endless folds.
We've got a pretty large map of the Sword Coast.
We're here. Take the road down. Which would you say, High Cathra, 4 days?
I don't know.
Alright, straight south, 4 days.
I don't know why he asks me these things. He's the one with the map.
I would probably know.
Yeah, you have some idea. Straight south will take you through farmland and then through the Ardeep Forest. The Ardeep Forest is not like some dark, evil forest, but it is a forest in the Sword Coast, so it's not exactly safe. You do know that some wood elves are living there based on this document. I don't know if any of you know anything else about the surrounding region.
I would have no idea, but I am a far traveler, so I can estimate, Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. You look at the map and you're like, yep, assuming the weather holds out, assuming a normal pace that you're not, running, you're not exhausting yourselves, take about 4 days. The other option, when looking at the map, is you could head back to Womford, catch a boat down the Desserin River, into Waterdeep, and take the high road east, taking you to Nightstone.
Up to you. We did win some gold.
How much would it cost us?
Not that much.
And it would save time.
Save time. Have you been to Waterdeep yet, Everest?
No, but King Raimi has.
That's your king.
Would he know King Raimi because he came to Waterdeep?
I've been traveling for a couple years.
I'll leave it up to you, if you know who Raimi is.
I think that sounds... That's super specific, I think.
Yeah, we'll say you landed in Baldur's Gate, headed up through Candlekeep, where you met up with Mordecai. Have not been to Waterdeep yet, but have certainly been recommended a tavern.
Of course. Raimi, not my king, but a king. He traveled to Waterdeep, told me about.
He is your king. He's the king of the Ossen tribes, of which you're a part of.
Retcon. He
Yep.
is my king.
A good king.
Very good.
Surprising, but good. And what about you, Tulak? Have you been to the so-called Jewel of the Sword Coast?
That I have not. I have stayed out of a lot of main cities for lack of coin, other better reasons. However, if my input is worth anything, I would not like to put our travel time in someone else's hands. Renting a boat does not. I would rather go straight shot. It is direct, we can control how fast we move, and it doesn't cost us coin.
We will be going through the forest where your potential kin is.
I am aware.
Heavily healed and armed.
Of that I am aware. Unfortunately, it does not look like we can stall for more than a month, so I avoid that conflict. And maybe my distant relationship will buy us some sort of passage for the time being.
Potentially. We have one who would prefer to travel on foot. What say you?
I don't care. I don't know why you ask me these things.
Because we've been traveling together for years. I don't know why she gets like this. I'm not the one being rude. I'm not the one, but it's treated like I'm the one who's rude.
Unfortunately, I do have to side with her on whatever she says. She does own my shield arm and sword arm.
That's true.
I have an idea. Let's leave it up to this one.
Everest did help us out. Yep. Choice is yours. We're good either way. What would you rather do?
Boat seems most efficient.
Boat it is.
It is.
I don't know what's in the forest. Never been here.
Most things in forest are not good. If you're not from there.
As you all are discussing, boat it is. Sorry, were you going to say something? Go.
No.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. You all are talking and a strange sensation comes over you. Almost a chill down your spine. And you all sort of, all at once, almost as if you can hear something or sense something, maybe like the feeling when someone enters a room but you haven't yet seen them. You look up across the treetop, and where the twinkling stars are, you see a black spot just blocking out the stars. And as you watch it for a moment, the stars seem to be blocked out, and it's moving. and you watch, and you see the moon. The moon gets blotted out, and as it does, the light around it seems to create just a little bit of almost like an eclipse. Almost looks like cloud. And as you look up, you start to see flakes of snow. And as it passes overhead, bits of snow fall down on you. And the shadow continues moving south until you lose it from behind the trees. All of you sort of watch it. It takes a couple of minutes.
Everest has never seen snow.
Yeah, you're like, true, never seen snow.
Would Tulak know of that at all?
Of snow falling
No,
randomly?
What that was crossing the sky?
Not a bit.
Do you think it was a
single tiny
dragon?
bit.
Dragons are fast moving. That was slow.
What else could be that large?
Great
And
many
airborne.
things. A griffin.
It was big. Whatever it was big.
Most flying beasts don't drop frozen water,
You mean snow?
I guess.
Do you think it was a tower? Or hold? What was it that the heroes had? The heroes of Greenest?
It was the giant castle, but it all broke up. They crashed it into that mountain.
That would have been slow.
Yeah, but that one got crashed.
It is not normal for the stars and moon to be so overshadowed that way.
Doesn't seem like it's doing us any harm, so
Not for now.
No. Large things overhead, however, are always an ominous sign here.
let's not worry about it, but not forget that it happened.
That's most of my life. I like it.
And if you lose any sleep at night over it, just let me know.
And with that, we bed down for the night. Who has watch order? What's the watch order? I mean, assuming you set a watch.
I'll
If
go
you don't-
first.
Okay. First.
Everest.
Second.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll be like, if you take third, I wake up with the sun. So I'll get up a little bit before then.
I can take third.
All right. You all bed down and sleep quite comfortably. This is a nice, civilized area. There's farms nearby. I mean, even within eyeshot, you can see a farm kind of twinkling in the distance with its torchlight. They eventually go out and you all sleep. Watches are completely uneventful until just before dawn. Pharaoh, you wake up naturally. Tulak, you're sitting there kind of carving a stick or something, watching the embers die down of the fire. You've kept it somewhat warm so you can make some hot water in the morning, have some coffee, but for the most part you've let it die down. The two of you are dead asleep. You all suddenly hear in the distance a shout, and then another shout. And then the shouting kind of continues. And as the sun rises in the east, you look and you can see a field. And in this wide field, you see a dark shadow striding human-like, but much taller than a human. And then one behind it, even larger, striding towards a grain silo. And you see some other little silhouettes that seem to be regular humans, kind of frantically running around. You see a giant in the distance.
Giants.
Fucking giants.
How much bigger than me?
Giants would be probably about 15 feet tall, so twice your height.
Okay.
Well, I guess depending on the giant.
Depending on the giant type. These seem to be about that big.
Okay. God damn it all. Pharaoh, wake up. Wake up!
Right.
Giants.
Giants. What are they doing? Giants never roam these lands like that.
They have been more active of late.
You notice the silhouette as you watch. They're definitely hill giants. You can see the extra girth just spilling around. One is larger than the other, and you actually see it stop and point at the other one, and the other one kind of hangs its head and turns back to a smaller building, and you see it grab the small outhouse-type building and just kind of tear the top off and rummage around, and while you can't hear it, you hear this sort of, like, arms in the air, the other one's like, and they kind of keep trundling towards this grain silo.
cannot let them just tear up the countryside.
Yeah, you're right.
Wake up, you two. There are giants about.
Hill giants.
They're tearing up the countryside.
We gotta go stop them.
All right, you wake up sort of bleary-eyed as you hear this, and look over, and you do see what I've described.
Is that what that was?
I thought it was just you.
Me?
So what do you guys do? They've woken you up. They say there are giants in the distance. You're sort of coming to your senses.
I just take my shield and... How long does it take to put your shield on? Like
Just an action.
Oh, okay.
Nope, just an action. Armor is a minute. Anyone in light armor could have slept in it. Heavier, you'd have to put it on.
I don't even know if I have armor.
Taking my minute.
All right, yeah, Pharaoh is helping you out.
Oh, light armor. Yeah, I put my armor.
You can sleep in light armor. It's just leathers, basically.
Get my Mage Slayer just pops up in my hand.
Oh, yes.
Kick dirt over the embers of the fire.
All right. You all have awoken, kicking dirt over the fire, looking up, and it's still just shadows. The sky is still a dark blue, and you can see just silhouettes. It's almost like you're looking at a shadow play. As these giants are striding towards, you see a cart, and one of the giants comes to the cart and kind of picks it up, spilling its contents out, and kind of plops it on the ground, grabs it, and is pulling it behind it.
Good, it's got a weapon now.
Giants just can't do this. Like, of course they come in the daylight, not at nighttime in the moonlight.
Well, the moon sets on their time now. They've been active in the past years, but this far south, this is new. Well, last straps fastening up.
You're
ready?
You're latched in.
All right, Meg. Hey, giants!
Alright, you all step out, and this is what our camera would see. The 4 silhouettes of our heroes, the tiniest of them all, with the loudest voice. Giants! It's like, music plays, the giants turn, and the biggest one is like, oh, well, who's that there? The smaller giant is like, it's nobody, Mom, let's go.
The one who's going to stop you. You can't go tearing up these silos. Go back to your home.
Repeat what he says, but I'll use thaumaturgy.
Okay. You say it, and Everest just, like, the trees sway a little from it. And the bigger giant up front is like, you what? You fucking what?
Meg. Take out my giant sword, Meg. You heard me.
He's like, all right, come on, boy. It's like, oh, Mom, we don't have to fight them. We can just get out of here before we go. It's like, you shut up, boy.
How far are they?
A good, 100 yards at this point.
Is that how many yards is in a foot?
That'll be
300 feet. 3 football fields.
I hate it when you guys use yards. I can't.
How do you not know yards?
3 feet.
How do you not know yards? I'll use freedom units. Feet only. 300 feet. 3 football fields. Wait, that's 1 football field.
A yard is still a freedom unit.
It is.
It's 3 feet.
How many pizzas?
How many pizzas? They are 300 feet away.
Okay.
300 pizzas.
600 goblin pizzas.
I guess as they keep coming back, it's not too late to go back to the hills.
The big one finds a sapling and just rips it up, roots and all. It's like, I'm gonna fucking crush all of you. I'm gonna eat you and turn you into a jam. And the other one's like, oh, Mom. Kind of coming behind her reluctantly.
They never seem to run back to the hills.
That's a whole tree. Yep, that's a whole tree. There's a weapon. Doesn't matter.
No. Oh, wait, we got a long rest, though, right?
Yep.
You did get a long rest,
We
yep.
do have a Luxodon, though. That's new.
Your Luxodon can't use no tree as a weapon, just gonna point that out.
Alright, let's roll initiative, everybody.
Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Wish we had a
Mom?
monkey.
and Sam.
Sam?
Don't give it a name.
Woo!
Give it a name. Alright, you got an incubator over there.
Okie dokie. Sean, can you help me with the battle cam?
Yeah,
Maybe just pull it back a tiny bit so we can see this little stoned in little
So
garden
they
area.
technically count as large size, right?
They are most certainly large size, yes.
Are they
All right.
huge?
They are in fact huge, yeah.
Huge is bigger than large?
One's gonna be large, one's gonna be huge.
Has to
Okay.
be huge.
Where were you on initiative, Hakathra?
20.
20, not bad. And your snack is going to act before you or after you?
Before.
Before.
Well,
Snack
don't
is before.
step on snack.
I would never step on snack.
Don't.
Okay, where are you at, Everest?
I'm at a 13.
Okay. How about you, Pharaoh?
22.
Whoa.
Ooh, boy.
He's at
22.
How about you, Tulak? You beat the baby boy.
good.
All right, if you guys could, for adventure's sake, put you guys right here. There's this sort of big stone wall ahead of you, and we're gonna start these guys pretty much as far back as we can while still being.
Oh, boy.
That's Mum.
Here comes Mama.
Do you remember when I lost a character to that?
You want me to show off Mama? Let me show off Mama.
It was the rat, though. Oh, shit. Mommy.
You guys want to get a good look at Mum?
Oh, Mama, we don't have to go beat him up.
Put him about.
Mama, no. We already ate 3 times today.
You actually killed him.
I'm sorry, everybody. I just listened to me hack
In line
up
with
a
him. Yep. Perfect.
Yeah?
Yeah, totally fine.
Mama,
You guys, you sort of see them coming. She's got an uprooted tree, and the other one is dragging his club. He's like, Mom, we don't have to fight him. We don't have to fight him, Mom. And she's like, you shut your mouth, Sammy. And she's now stepping into these fields. You all do see in the distance, if you could just put them in base contact with that microphone, 2 farmers with their little... 2 farmers like, we're coming!
Oh, no.
Pharaoh, it is your turn as Mama and little Sammy are coming at you.
Oh my god.
How high is this wall?
It would be really about your head height.
How many yards?
It's about waist height for most people.
Yeah.
That would be about
How many
1 yard.
Cubic
A single yard.
About 1 yard.
How many centimeters?
Cubic centimeters? Oh boy. Well,
36
cubic centimeters would be a lot. Linear centimeters would be what, about
36
about
times
60
3.
something?
He can do it. Why are you trying to pretend like he can't do
How
it?
many ants tall?
What kind of ants are we talking here? Army ants or black
Fire.
ants? Okay.
3,000.
Texan
What are those little black sugar ants? Those guys, there's a lot of them.
97.5 centimeters
Yeah.
tall.
Ow.
What do you do, Pharaoh?
I am drawing my weapon and I'm doing the crouch down in the early morning sunlight. Letting it catch.
The sun just catching on the runes on your blade.
I'm gonna yell out, man, come on, mama!
She kind of points the tree at you like, I'm coming for you. I'm gonna eat you, goblin.
I'll hold my action
Okay.
to if Mama gets within 5 feet, and I'll go ahead and spend a key point to take the dodge.
Cool.
Nest in that tree.
Hakathra, you're up.
Oh man, I can't stop.
They're like 50 from here or
Sure.
so.
Yeah.
And
Please don't throw up on the table.
all right. Well,
While Raven is deciding,
I know
let's
what I'm
kick
gonna
off this
do.
other raffle, everybody. This is for the Storm Giants dice set, courtesy of Tabletop Loot. Join now.
Not the mama.
Get your mama dice.
Everybody come on, win your mama dice.
Why can't we make that the prompt?
You gotta type join and also mama. Hashtag mama.
I'm going to cast an Eldritch Blast
Okay.
on Mama.
All right, do it.
Yeah, how do I do that?
You roll a D.
On the
roll
chunk
this
chart,
stuff.
she's Olad, she coming. He's what? He's a Chungus.
Yeah.
She's an Olad, he
How do I even
coming.
do this? 14
That's
plus.
a hit. You got her.
We really analyzed that chart the other
We
day.
really
we
did.
sat down and we went
Did you
through
roll
it.
on the chunk chart?
You got her.
I really need. I think I'm gonna end up having to use the computer because I don't
D10.
know which one I add
D10.
to.
That's my D10.
But even
too, isn't it?
still.
No, we have the same set of dice. Wait, that is still mine. Because that's your D10. That's my D10.
It is your D10.
You sure?
Thieves'. Yeah, this is my D10.
Okay, take it.
Thieves'.
Who's the hobbits?
You do still have these, which I'll put on the wall. All along the rock tower.
10.
Nope. No. No. Coach isn't allowed to sing anymore tonight. He
No.
burned them all
Oh my
up.
god, you sang so much.
He
when you
burned
got
them
here
all
tonight.
up.
We took 2 weeks off. There was
6 damage.
That's some making up to do, alright?
Mama is just like stomping through. They are planting carrots and things like that. She's just like stomping through the freshly planted field, and you kind of just like, "Ah! I didn't like that." That is her turn.
Supposed to.
She can move that fast.
And she then dashes to right here. You can get your attack as she's raising the big tree. Ah!
I will attack unarmed strike.
Okay. You got her.
I think that's a
You got Mama.
for 7 damage,
Okay.
and I'm still dodging with an armor class of 19.
Sweet.
Oh.
Perfect. Okay. She does not get an action as she was like huffing and puffing to get to you. Everest, it is your turn.
All right, from right there, Everest is going to cast a guiding bolt. A GB.
Cast a GB.
Okay.
Confirm.
Cast a GB. Got it. GB locked in.
So that's a 9, but
Well, tell me what you got.
my modifier for spell
Plus
casting,
5, probably.
spell casting,
Plus 6, maybe.
plus 6.
Plus 6.
Indeed.
That is a hit. I will tell you. I will tell you honestly, that is a hit.
And guiding bolt is 4d6.
That's a hit. I lied. It's
I forget.
It is.
I believe you.
so. Okay. Can I have a d6 from someone not the DM?
The bolt has been guided.
That was dumb.
You're welcome.
14?
yes.
What's that in freedom dice, sir?
14 yards. Mama is raising this big tree, like, "Argh!" enraged, like just rolling with her, and she's enveloped in light, and it's sort of like a light burning like phosphorus, like, making it easy.
All of Ever's
attack.
spell effects are blue.
Okay, cool. Blue light. Tulak, it is your turn, and the next person to attack Mama does have advantage.
That's right, you do.
So I think Tulak will bang his sword on his shield and just charge in.
Sweet.
Kind of screaming 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he will swing at her.
Oh, what?
Squing bada bada.
15 plus 5.
That is a hit on
That's a
Mama.
hit, and we are going to throw in a divine smite.
Oh,
He's gonna
Because he
do
does
it.
not like
it.
giants.
3d8.
Ow.
You add 2d8.
Do you need some d8?
No, I got some D8s.
Okay.
You got some dates.
Got some dates.
No, he doesn't even have a...
So 20 there.
Yeah, so 20.
No, that's a 19.
Yeah, 19 plus 5, sir, so 24 damage.
Okay, Mama. I mean, she's not feeling that so much. I mean, she's just like, that's Mama. This boy, he's like, Mom! And he runs to right here and just, leave my mom alone! Rips a big chunk out of the rock and slings it at you, Tulak.
Oh, good. Do that with disadvantage, please.
You look and it's this huge rock rolling towards you through the air.
Rock and roll.
Nice.
Got it.
Got him! What's your armor class?
18.
Oh my god, it just got you. Oh, just
Oh, I
got it.
thought that was a just miss.
Yeah.
Nope, that is
I
gonna
don't get to
hurt.
goth
More
mom
than
it.
sour.
This is gonna hurt. Ugh. My dude, you take 25
sorry.
points of damage.
-3.
You like smite, like nah, and you look up, and a shadow is cast on you, and you're like, oh shit. Slow motions, bashes into you, knocks you backwards a little ways, shatters on the wall a little bit. You kind of have to fight to keep your balance, Pharaoh. Move those boys 60 feet for me, towards little Sammy.
That makes it.
All right, they come running with their scythes, like, ah! Pharaoh, it is your turn.
I'm fairly certain it is.
Wow, nice.
I'm gonna roll with advantage on.
You're an 18, not a 19 armor class? Yeah. That is a definite hit, my man.
I can bump
That's
it to
mama.
shield, but I didn't take it this long rest.
I'm going for it, and I'm going for
With the shield, I can bump it to 20.
Oh, cool.
But I didn't this long rest.
You're not wearing the shield, you mean?
No, I chose
with the
action.
spell. Ah, gotcha.
So it's 12 damage on the first hit. I'm spending a key point to attack twice.
Okay. So 12.
That is a 16.
That's a hit.
Okay. 6 more damage.
Okay.
And then my third attack. That's definitely for 6 more. So
24 total
Yeah.
damage.
All right, cool. That's
I'm gonna just be hitting the like jiggly knees, you know.
Yeah,
just
you got it right in the jiggly knee, and she's just like, oh.
You can see the jiggle waves going through.
The whole hunkin'.
Yeah.
Hakathra, you are up.
I.
Can I get a little sour?
We worked really hard to get this out.
Yeah, we did. Okay. Hakathra is. I can just make it up here. And my snake's gonna go first.
Snake goes first.
And it's just gonna start climbing up Mama's
Adjust
leg.
the camera a little bit. Yeah, Mama's like, as a poisonous snake slides up her knee.
And then I'm going to
Pull it back a little to get Sammy in there.
Booming Blade
Booming blade, it is.
and tick. I hope.
Thank you, Sean. Sounds a lot like Dunkashin. That is a hit.
Yay!
Dunkashan.
Doggo Sean.
Wow.
4.
It's only that funny because
And
You do get a sneak attack there. There you go. Big 8.
wait, 2d6?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know what level rogue you are. There you go. 5 mo.
Okay. Okay. And the Booming Blade, and I'm gonna disengage.
Okay. Bonus action disengage. You run up and just rake your dagger across Mama's ankle. And she's like, yeah! I'm gonna smash all of you! And she says that, and blood kind of gurgles out the side of her mouth. On her turn, she does, in fact, swing her massive tree at you, Pharaoh.
At disadvantage.
I like the yellow.
I like the green.
I make myself like this, and I go between the branches
She smashes, and then it's like, okay, she does attack a second time. Also swinging her tree at you. Gets you this time.
There's a stunned look on Tulok's face.
She swings the first one, picks it up like, and she just swings it like crossways, baseball bat style. It's like 19 points of damage, my hombre.
What the cronk?
Okay. With that, Everest, you were up. You just saw Pharaoh take like a nasty just smash from Mama's tree. Oh
He
boy.
takes smashes.
Oh boy. Oh boy. You gotta watch Momo's tree.
How hurt did you get?
Pretty hurt.
Got pretty hurt.
Cultivate.
Oh, Jarnix Riley. I can't read it. Jarnix Riley or Riley has won the dice raffle. Congratulations. Please shoot me a PM and we will work out the details to get you the Storm Giant dice set from Tabletop Loot.
Good job, Yannick.
Congratulations. Back to you.
Can ever see who looks worse.
We're pretty much.
Yeah, they're both pretty wrecked.
Okay, I'm gonna heal my Gerblin.
Okay.
Oh, my girl.
My Gerblin.
So sweet.
Pharaoh.
God, Max.
Nice.
Healing, yes.
Max healed on the Gerblin.
Yeah.
Okay, that was bonus action.
Max
It was,
Gerblin juice.
indeed. I will now have her make me a wisdom save.
Okay.
Please. Fail it.
Should be fine.
Yeah, I don't... Is she wise?
Oh my god!
Mama knows best!
Oh my god, you were waiting for that!
He really was.
He was!
The minute Mama came out, he was like, oh, I can't wait to say that.
He just starts formulating like all of these jokes and song parodies, and then he just pulls them out.
If Mama ain't happy, nobody's happy. Tulok, you're up.
Alright, we're gonna swing on Mama. We're gonna use this last advantage.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's a 10.
That is a miss, I'm afraid. In fact, you go to swing, and she just grabs your hand and is like, no! Kind of pushes you back.
I think he's so astonished about a giant grabbing his hand, he doesn't do anything else.
Okay.
That's it.
I don't like Mama.
On little Sammy's turn, he's like, Mom, watch out! And he turns around and just clubs these stupid farmers into absolute dust. They explode in a cloud. And he says, I'm coming, Mom!
Oh, good.
And he gets right there. And with that, the farmers are gone. Pharaoh, you were up, sir.
Alright. Is Mama looking hurt?
Very hurt.
Gurgled some blood
Mama is looking
last time
very
she
hurt.
spoke.
I'm swinging on her. Let me see. I'm going to...
Oh, Zombie Knight just replenished.
Oh my
Just
god.
replenished the divine. Thank you, Zombie,
thank you,
man.
Zombie.
Appreciate you.
Well, I'm spending that to
nicest.
re-roll. That first one was a 14.
Can't wait to meet my dude in person this month.
I know, right?
Oh,
No, so missed on
the
on
initial
that.
swing.
Missed on Mama.
I did take the attack action, so I will key point to Fury of Blows.
So let me ask you a question about your defense with the Kinsei. You only have to do one unarmed attack, right?
Yeah.
So you could like sword and then kick, and then you get the bonus defense.
If you have two.
If you have two
in the
attack
attack action,
it has to be an
yes.
attack action.
So-
I see.
So
Cool.
right now I need to choose carefully what I use. I used the sword on that one.
You did,
though,
okay. All right, so cool.
So I got 17 armor class.
Got it.
You're gonna change that back to...
Yeah.
That is a 15.
That was a hit on Mama.
All right. Mama takes 5 damage, and then for my next key point, I'm gonna.
What?
The divine crit.
Oh, look at those D4s.
Yeah, double ones on the D4 crit.
Sean crit!
Woo!
That
AKA
is
shit.
6 more points. Again.
6 more points. You kind of like kick her in the kneecap and climb up, grab her kind of tattered robes, and just kind of punch into her gullet, and you can feel something kind of snapping inside. And she's just swaying now, like, and the other giant's like, Mama, are you alright? And she looks like she's about to fall on you guys, but hasn't yet. Hakathra, you are up, and oh my gosh, thank you, Cranio Dad. That is 3 mo. Thanks, man. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Including a contribution from Bel Chavez. Thank you, sir.
All right. I'm going to run back up to her and, attack her with the same thing as last time. Booming Blade.
Okay.
Just in case. And 11.
Unfortunately, not quite.
Wait, doesn't the snake give her the help action?
Snake could have given you the help action, so that was your advantage roll. So I'll give you this.
Okay, thanks.
But no re-rolling on advantage or re-rolls.
Yeah, no. Well, I didn't get her.
Still, but I'll let you save that. What's that?
You didn't tell us that new rule.
Yeah, well.
Well, I can still take my disengage, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that didn't attack, but I'm gonna
No
go
problem,
back.
yep. You kind of stab at her, and in fact, she's just swaying so much that it's like you can't quite connect with her. It is Mama's turn, and she is dead set on you, Mr. Pharaoh.
On her gullet.
Yeah. In fact, she tries to grab you.
Get off my gullet!
So you can oppose with an acrobatics.
Get off Mama's gullet.
I got a 10, so she probably got me.
She did, in fact. She snatches you off her gullet and just looks at you and is like, "Ah! Ah!" and tries to bite you. And misses. You wriggle between her fingers, and they're grimy and stinky. They smell like
I'm gonna put my
waste.
feet on her big lips and like push off through her greasy fingers.
She's like, "Ah!" Her tongue lashes upon like your lower extremities, soaking your pants.
I'm having a martial arts fight with her tongue. If I'm just kicking.
Roundhouse kicking her tongue in the air.
I'll healing word you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you. That's nice of you.
Also, heals.
Triple max heals.
Triple max
How's it
heals.
going? Max heals? Heals real estate? I'm sorry.
Are you done?
Terrible. Yeah, I'm done. Continue.
Can she please make me a wisdom save at disadvantage?
Whoa. When did you get those?
That is a hard fail.
They came down on the plate of chicken tenders.
They did actually come down on a plate of chicken tenders earlier.
Sandy? Is it Wendy?
Alright.
You gave me so much shit for it.
Oh, big 10. With that, Momo's trying to eat Pharaoh. You see like his head poke out here, and she's like his head pokes out between her fingers as you're just like tossing around. She's like, like trying to figure out how to eat you. All of a sudden it's like boom, boom, the sound of bells, and she kind of and just her massive girth falls in a random direction.
Oh God.
Let's see which direction she falls. I'm gonna do, that was 1. So she...
Little Sammy.
Mrs. Sammy.
Make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Okay.
Does she have like rigor mortis to hold him still?
Alright, yeah, you roll out of her open hand and stand up next to her boy.
Oh, good.
Who, by the way, is like, Mama, no!
No.
Looking pretty mad.
Oh, he's mad. Okay.
2 luck.
You can choose now to run, or you can stay. And he won't actually give him a choice. Just
You can choose to stay. You can choose to run.
And we'll try and stick him with the pointy end, as they say.
That is
Do they?
Who says that?
Who says?
Says that narrator. Nobody has ever said that.
And we will smote him.
No one says that either.
This is your directional D8, sir. Time to smote him. Okay, so 9, 14 plus
Sorry,
5.
I was touching you with my
19.
foot too much.
All right. He's sort of looking in rage, and you just divine light. What does your smite look like as a follower of Sehanin Moonbow?
So any spell that is cast by Tuluk actually resembles the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis.
That's so
it's
beautiful.
Waving colors.
Yep. You guys good?
I didn't even see what happened.
Mouthful that cookie, and she was like, "That's so beautiful."
All right. The boy's like, "You killed my mom! I'll smash all of you!" And he comes down and makes 1 attack on each of you. The first one on you, Tulak.
Mm-hmm.
Armor class?
18.
That is a hit.
Tulak Shakur.
Tulak Shakur.
Okay,
Oh.
for 9 points of damage.
So 6.
And then she turns and swings on you, Pharaoh. Or he. Armor class?
17, right?
That is a hit.
Okay.
For 16 points of damage.
Ooh, yeah. That's a good one for me.
Yeah.
Is that in your nose?
I don't think it was.
Pharaoh.
No, I don't think I.
Pharaoh.
All right.
Please tell me no shit.
Barely standing. I'll be like, you should give it up, Junior. But I will attack.
Alright.
Yeah. I am going to attack with my sword. That is a 14.
That is a hit.
Oh, well.
Oh my.
For 10 damage.
Okay.
And I will Fury of Blows.
There's so many things down here.
That's a hit.
What are you looking for?
Just trying not to get
For
caught.
6 more. And then, oh man, I'm just gonna go ahead and use that too.
That's a hit.
Double 16s, 5 more.
All right. You're just slashing, kicking. Like at one point, you kind of roundhouse him in the knuckle. It's like, ooh, ooh, ooh.
Didn't think you were going for knuckle.
In the nuts.
Knuckle.
It is knuckle. What are we talking about here? What are we even
His
doing?
moose knuckle.
What are we even doing here? What are we doing? Hakapa, you're up.
All right. I can make it up to him with 15 left to spare.
Okay.
With a
bonus action dash.
Mhm.
Yep.
And I still have 15 left of movement in my.
Got it.
In her movement inventory.
Yes.
Yeah,
15 square cubic feet.
Square cubic.
That
That's
actually
less
is
than-
accurate. They are 15 cubic feet.
That is less than 1 yard.
No.
Yeah. Go ahead. Y'all, I don't know how. Did y'all not go to school? Okay.
We've been found out!
I don't know how yards confound you.
We can't even add the dice up! Like, you think we can figure out movement math?
It's literally a unit of measurement.
Okay. All right. Hit little Sammy.
I'm gonna attack
Sweet
little
Sammy,
Sam.
who never did anything to nobody.
Little slam and bam.
I mean, he did a
That is a
two
hit.
farmers.
You will add a sneak attack.
4, 5, 6, 7 plus.
To this,
Wow. 18 points of damage right there.
Ow, ow. And then I'll move back my 15.
All right, he will swing on you. Attack of opportunity.
I'll just say, well, he's gonna swing no matter what.
You didn't kill Mama.
True.
I did.
I did.
He knows which one.
Yeah. Okay, staying there. Everest, it is your turn.
Wonderful. I will do another guiding bolt.
Okay.
I don't have to move any closer, do I?
No.
Okay. I haven't rolled this one yet.
Good luck. Whoa! New dice, new Twinkie. Nice.
Thanks.
That's pretty sweet. Is that one of the sets I got you? No, that's not, is it?
No, it was my own set that I bought for my
Okay.
own self.
That's why I rolled.
Where's your other
Oh,
ones?
an independent crit.
They're in my little dice bucket back there. Can I have some D6?
Yeah.
How many?
I can't count now when everyone's looking at me.
You need 8 total.
I need another one.
Bounce off the Devon
Oh my god.
Numbers.
I wonder what 6 for you twice, not for me.
So many twos.
That's 25.
Wow.
Alright, well, that thing.
This massive blue light streaks over all of your heads and slams right in his face. He's like, ah! And it's like beams coming out of his eyes and mouth, and his head is just illuminated. He kind of claws at Tulak, you will have advantage on your next attack, my dude. Oh, I'm sorry, did you want to do anything else on your turn?
No.
Okay. Tulak.
We shall swing the sword of our people. 18.
That is a hit, my dude.
Yeah, we'll just swing a regular sword of our people. For 7 damage.
Okay. He is also just like covered in blood and cuts and just like but it is his turn. And in his rage, let's see who he attacks. Left to right. Oh, he attacks Hakathra.
No.
I disbelieve it. Hakathra, boom! Oh yeah, that got you.
No, it didn't.
I disbelieve that too.
For 20 damage.
Excuse me?
Yep.
He is a giant.
And the second attack
On me?
on Hakathra. Boom!
No!
What's your armor class?
13.
Oh, he got you.
What?
Yep. That's a big boy who just saw his mama die.
5.
That'll be 19 damage.
I'm down.
You just see she's standing there like, and he's no, boom, stay down, boom, and she falls, smashed into some freshly tilled earth. You see like the sprouts of carrots around her. She smashes into the dirt. Pharaoh, you were up, sir.
I'll look down and be like, Hakathra! Ah! And I will attack with my sword. And I won't get it on the sword, though. But I will make my bonus action attack.
Cool.
I don't have any more key points. It's just my
Alrighty.
one.
That is a hit.
That is a hit. For 8 damage.
Okay. You kind of, like, in fact, the club that's still down on him as he's bringing it back up, you jump and run up the club and plant your foot right in his face. You feel some cracks. You think you see a tooth clatter out into the dirt. Anything else, my dude?
That's all I got, man.
Hakathra, I do need a death save.
I'll just roll at quadruple advantage.
Okay, no problem.
Oh, you woke up! What?
Hakathra, you're just like, and kind of wake up.
Not today, Sammy.
In fact, as you're out, you almost hear a booming voice in the distance. Wake up, Hakathra. Everest.
Everest will go ahead and chuck a level 2 healing word at my girl.
Okay.
I'm out of level 1 spells.
You get super healed. Double 4s. No.
Double 1.
Wow.
Yep.
That's funny. Worse than your level 1.
4,
But
5,
that's what, 6?
Yes.
6 health back to you.
Still my turn.
Sorry, that is just a bonus action.
Yes, I would like Samuel to make me a wisdom save.
Only mama calls me Samuel.
Ha!
Fail horribly.
Take that, Samuel. 6.
He's also just like, ha ha ha, boom.
Did I kill both of them?
You kill both of them. He's gonna fall, and I'm gonna do the scatter again.
I told him.
Starting at 1 is straight up. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh yeah, 6 o'clock, huh? Well, it wouldn't.
So he
quite
falls
be
on
that.
Hakathra.
Nah, it's too low.
Tulak.
Yeah, he's gonna fall on Tulak. Tulak, I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw, please, my dude.
Can I use that?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
absolutely.
We're gonna need it.
Nat 20. You're like, uh-oh. Like, you see the shadow, and he's just, boom. And he kind of leans forward, and you're like, yep, no. You duck to the side. You even grab Hakathra and pull her over as his body just into the soft dirt. Congratulations. You've beaten 2 hill giants, which are pretty tough for this party. I'm going to be real with you.
Shit. We weren't below 20 health, everybody, all around the whole time.
What's in her bag?
All the things she had stolen. She was stealing food.
Mama?
And in fact, yeah, as you guys get back up and you're sort of like resting, you see her.
Definitely lean on a wall for a minute, just bleeding.
Her pack is full of food. There's a dead deer in it. maybe a dead human, like pieces of, but then also just stuffed with vegetables, a slaughtered lamb that looks like she took from a slaughterhouse, and they also are covered in scars. Like, they look like they've been raiding for a while.
Are there any tokens that show like any sort of giant tribe that they belong to?
Good question. Why don't you roll me... Let's call it an investigation check.
Right.
I think just you. I don't think anyone else would know. You're looking, I mean, you just don't see anything. Frankly, they're just so disgusting and so, like, threadbare. I mean, they're basically wearing loincloths. They are covered in, like, scarring. Some of it looks ritualistic and some of it looks, like, combat-related, but nothing else that you really see.
Gotcha.
As you all are standing there, you do see another farmer kind of come running up to you all, and he's just like a weathered-looking man, like just like, you know, the like leathery-looking skin. He's got like a straw hat on, and he's just like looking out of breath, comes running up to you all, and he's like, how can we ever thank you for what you did? They've been ravaging our fields for so long now. Oh, I see. They killed Hilduin and Wilfred. But you felled them. I can't thank you all enough.
Just catch your breath. We couldn't let them go on raiding like that.
Thank you. Truly, you all must be heroes. Looks at you like...
I just look back.
You all worked too hard to have everything uprooted so violently.
How long did you say they've been?
It's been several weeks now. They've been raiding these farmlands ever since we planted, and come the spring harvest for some of the tubers, they've been everywhere. Everyone's seen them. Best you can hope for is that your farm goes spared. Gathering up all the food. I don't understand why.
That's absolutely terrible. I'll like put my hand on his shoulder. You must have lost so many nights of sleep.
It's like, of course, yeah.
Do me a favor, please. Like, I can't leave without helping more. This will help you get some very good rest tonight.
Make a persuasion with advantage.
I made it myself. 18 plus 5?
He takes it in both hands. He's like, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you so much. I will.
It's an old family recipe.
Of course, it's been so terrible. The giants, everyone's been looking for adventurers, and it's been terrible. All of our food supplies, and we're going to have a terrible harvest if they keep this up, and not to mention those who've lost their lives.
We can't keep everything that is in their belongings. You might as well help yourself to some of it.
All of it?
All yours there. Are there more hill giants, I mean?
Around, but it's been these two that have been in this region for some time now. They show up every couple days and grab what they can. Maybe there's a scuffling back here. But maybe we can have a moment respite with this. And there are certainly more all over. Strange things happening. People saying the hill giants are raiding all across. My cousin up in Golden Fields said that they had not Golden Leaf, just to be not confused. Up in Golden Fields, he said that they had 2 hill giants raiding the outskirts as well, doing almost the exact same things. It's a strange pattern, it is. Strange pattern. Could use some field hands. We're going to be short if harvesting is in your nature. No, it's not. It's not.
That's a very kind offer. And if I wasn't in the sword business, perhaps I'd be in the planting business.
Perhaps someday you will be in the planting business when the sword business is behind you. I don't have much gold. He pats his shirt pockets.
Don't do that. We don't need to be paid for this.
Oh, well, thank you so much.
Please, make sure that the families displaced by this too have a home to go to.
Oh, of course, we take care of ours. And he pauses for a second and looks you all over, and sort of like a realization seems to come over him. He's like, there was a rider came through my village. They're looking for people that fit your description. There's a bounty on your heads. And of course, I will not say anything, but you would be wise to avoid populated areas. These people are in need of money. They're willing to do whatever they can, especially after the giants. I would hate to see something ill befall you. I don't care about your past deeds, whatever they may be.
It is valuable information. Thank you.
Thank you for that payment.
Oh, I wish there were more I could do. I'll have to go tell their families now. But it will be some solace that these brutes have been felled. We will tell this tale around our campfires.
I think Tulak would give a gold piece for each family of the farmers that were killed.
All right.
That's so nice.
Yeah, man, I like that. I think Pharaoh would be like, I like it, new guy.
I lost tribe members to a giant attack.
He's like, thank you so much.
Make sure those families are taken care of.
Of course we will.
I'll provide a few more bottles of my sleep aid.
He's like, thank you. I'm sure they could use it.
I'll give him 40 gold.
Puts them in a burlap. I mean, you hand him 40 gold. He's like, are you sure? That's a fortune around here.
Yeah, we'll probably make more. But, yeah.
One good deed will beget many more. Thank you. Thank you all so much. We will sing your tale. We will. Thank you.
It is our pleasure.
Well, he kind of looks back, and you can start to see some people kind of gathering on the horizon in the early dawn. A couple farmers are kind of walking down. A couple of them kind of holding scythes. Some have a spear. You see one wearing some like old armor. It looks like maybe at one point he's like, "You all should probably be moving along just to be safe. While we all take care of our own, there's always desperate people in desperate times."
Is there an enclosed area where we might be able to change our clothing?
Well, you can use my barn if it would suit you.
If you
I'm just
wouldn't
to
mind.
the southeast there. You see that small ridge? I'm just beyond that. There's a barn back there. It's where I keep my two ponies.
We won't be long, just long enough to change out of this attire.
Of course. If you see my wife, Hilgari, just let her know that I sent you.
And what was your name?
I thought I said it, but I can't remember now. Tosol. Just tell her Tosol sent you.
Got it.
Yeah. Go on. Get out of here. Hurry up.
Southeast we go. I think as they're leaving, he'd put his hand on both of y'all's shoulder and said, "The light of Se'anin Moonbow shines upon you." And lay on hands for 10 health points to the both.
Nice.
Thanks.
Nice.
Sick. Well, while we go in that barn...
Yeah, so you guys are heading to that barn. Behind you, you see him kind of stumbling forward, and you start to see a congregation. You guys kind of bounce, kind of cross that ridge, and there's a barbed wire fence that you have to cross, and you can see some livestock. And you do kind of walk towards this yard, and you do see a woman outside in like a long dress, aged. She's got gray hair pulled and tied back, and she's hanging clothes over a laundry line. And she's like, "Can I help you?"
Yes, Hilgari?
That's me.
Your husband said that we might be able to use the barn briefly before we leave to change out of our clothing.
She's like, "Okay."
He can fill you in on everything later, but he is very kind to allow this.
Can I get you all anything to eat or drink? Fresh milk?
Oh, no thank you. We won't be long at all.
Oh, please. Fresh milk, please.
Fresh milk, please. Yep, fresh milk.
All right. Well, you change, and I'll be right back. She kind of clips one more piece on, and she heads into the farmhouse.
So we're both proficient in disguise kits.
I have a disguise kit, too.
Nice. Yeah, you guys get into the barn. Two ponies are kind of like just kind of, they bristle a little bit at first, but then they seem to back off. They don't really care that you're there.
Ain't no amount of disguise kit gonna do
Yeah.
We got nothing
anything.
for...
I'll just put like a hat on.
What could we even do? Just paint stripes on you?
Nothing.
We could.
Not unless you have magic.
What about that wig?
I'm already the curly halfling wig.
Yep.
I think Tulok kind of like ties his hair back in a bandana, but it's bright red hair with a white streak. It's not much he can do about that either.
Okay,
Like,
don't worry, I've got tar.
Thank you.
He tars and greases your hair.
We could put a big blanket over your head and wrap it around, like the tent.
Or, yes, maybe, or we could drape something around you and make you look like the bottom of a dress. I don't know.
Or we could just try to avoid any people we come across.
I think that's the best idea.
We could go the other route and not towards Waterdeep.
If people are looking for us.
It's not a bad idea.
You. She pushes the door open, carrying a tray with 4 tall glasses of milk. Like, they're freshly iced. Should be nice and chill. Hands them to you.
My God.
She's like, but I also brought some cheeses, and she wraps them in like the red and white like tablecloth. Hands you each a little sack of cheese and crusty bread.
You need not to trouble yourself so much.
She's like, it's no bother.
Oh my God. I love her.
It is good.
You and your husband are good people.
It's like, oh, stop. Well, safe travels. Let us know if you'll be staying the night. I can draw a bath for you.
Oh my God.
I don't think
That
would
is
be
quite
necessary.
kind, however, we do need to leave immediately.
I understand. Safe travels, then.
Sweet dreams to you.
It's like, and to you.
We have enough problems in Waterdeep. There's plenty of people, if they know it's us, that'll turn us in.
I think we should avoid Waterdeep at this point, knowing that there's already a bounty on our heads.
It's more valuable than any gold that farmer
If
could
we're willing to
afford.
add another day, we can go around these hills. Is that standard safe?
Yeah.
On the 5th day, we could.
Yeah, you could add a 5th day to avoid some of it. I think you're still going to have to go through the forest a little bit. We can look. I can bring it up on
The forest is fine. I think we figured
We're trying
we'd
to
go through
avoid
that.
civilization.
Just anybody on the road for as much as we can.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Yeah, you'll be able to avoid the forlorn hills to the east by hugging essentially the riverbanks.
On the way out, I want to stop and tell the man that if anyone asks to, like, if we were around, to tell them that we went the other way to Waterdeep.
Okay, we'll say he's kind of ambling back now, and he's kind of looking back, and you tell him that, and he's like, oh, I will. Safe travels.
Thank you, Tosel.
I see Hilgari gave you some milk.
And cheese.
Of course, plenty to spare.
Aye. Well, thank you again. We must be off quickly, though.
Have a good winter.
We will. Thank you. And off you all set. And friends, I think there's as good a place to end for the evening. Saving a small farming village, fleeing a gambling boat, finding out something about the hill giants, that they're at least being bold and raiding landscapes, on your way to the town of Nightstone, where apparently there is plenty of work for sword cells such as yourselves. How was it? You guys enjoy it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet. Storm
yeah.
Kings is off and running.
Storm Kongs.
Storm calls.
Storm Kong's Thunder.
Storm cunts.
Storm
Was
Kongs.
All right, hope all of you guys had fun. Thank you for hanging out with us. We are going to go launch a raid. Note, next week, Game of Thrones starts on Sunday nights. We understand if you choose Game of Thrones over us. We completely understand.
However,
So now would be a great time to go to our YouTube page, click on the subscribe button, and if you click the bell, you'll be notified when these episodes are posted the day or two after airing live. We hope you guys want to follow along with us. This is a brand new campaign. We're just kicking off, so there's plenty of time to stay caught up, and we'll endeavor to keep the episodes a little bit shorter and thus more consumable. So I think tonight's length is going to be pretty normal for us, ending around 10:30 Eastern Time. Any other thoughts?
Not a single
excited.
Awesome.
You can
Excited.
DVR Game of Thrones.
That's what I'm saying. We're more fun to watch
Listen,
live.
if you decide to watch Game of Thrones instead of us, you're...
I mean, is it dragons? There's gonna be dragons. Is it giants? There's gonna be giants. Is it incest? Not gonna be any incest here. So if it's that, have fun.
Insects.
Insects.
Insects,
Probably.
yeah.
Lots of bugs.
Incense.
Some bugs here and there.
Some incense.
Yeah, some incense to
And-
make everyone smell nicer.
Yeah.
All right, let's go launch a raid and pay it forward. Thanks again, everybody. We'll see you We'll see you Tuesday, potentially,
Pew, pew, pew,
and
pew.
definitely Sunday.
Go
Bye.
ahead, Coach, do it.
Oh wait, can we get one more C word shake in here? Adios, everybody.
What's the D?